scholars in artificial intelligence to discuss its future trajectory. Upon reading the invitation, a faint smile, no, a cold smirk, played upon Su Yang's lips. Had he not previously viewed a video of an internal White House meeting revealing the U.S. government's relentless pursuit to suppress Panshir technology, even resorting to unsavory tactics, he might have been led to believe this was merely a standard academic invitation. Perhaps he would have even felt a twinge of pride. After all, receiving an invitation to such a prestigious international academic conference symbolizes recognition within the scholarly community and offers an exceptional opportunity to enhance one's visibility and influence, both personally and for one's enterprise. However, the current circumstances were starkly different. He was acutely aware that the Americans were sharpening their knives, eagerly awaiting his misstep into a trap. What appeared to be an invitation adorned with academic prestige was, in Su Yang's eyes, a meticulously woven snare. Should he venture to the United States, whether he would return unscathed remained uncertain. Tuan, please investigate this Professor Alan Wilson, Su Yang instructed. I have already looked into it, Dad, Tuan promptly replied. Professor Alan Wilson is a renowned scholar at Stanford University's Artificial Intelligence Laboratory. Indeed highly esteemed in the academic realm. The invitation was sent from his email. Further examine his email for any anomalous correspondence, Su Yang continued, sensing that the situation was far from straightforward. Minutes later, Tuan responded again, I found something. I infiltrated Professor Alan Wilson's private email and discovered correspondence with someone named Jones. This Jones requested Professor Wilson to issue the invitation on his behalf and offered a payment of 20,000. As expected, a cold laugh echoed in Su Yang's mind. This was undoubtedly a trap. Continue to investigate the origins of this Jones. After a while, Tuan's voice resonated once more. I have uncovered Jones's identity. This individual is an employee of an NGO named Global Freedom Future in the United States. Behind this Global Freedom Future NGO organization is the United States Federal Development Agency. Chapter 362, The Interstellar Gateway Project of the Americans, the United States Federal Development Agency. The answer has become exceedingly clear. This so-called artificial intelligence seminar is not merely an academic exchange, but rather a covert scheme orchestrated by U.S. government agencies designed to ensnare him. The intentions of the adversaries are unmistakable. They seek to lure him to the United States, only to find a pretext to detain him, thereby leveraging or pilfering the core technologies of rock-solid technology. Contemplating this, Su Yang could not help but scoff internally at the insidiousness of the Americans. In their quest to suppress the technological enterprises of the Dragon Nation, they resort to the most unscrupulous means, employing such underhanded tactics. After a moment of reflection, Su Yang addressed Tuan, immediately inform all senior executives and core technical personnel within the company, including the management of all departments. The message is as follows. In light of the current complex and severe international situation, to ensure the safety of our personnel, all core technical staff and management are hereby prohibited from traveling abroad or participating in any foreign academic seminars or technical exchange activities in the near future. Additionally, they are forbidden from accepting interviews with foreign media in any form. Should there be special circumstances necessitating travel abroad, prior personal approval from me is required. Ensure that this message reaches everyone. Understood. The information has been sent. Tuan promptly executed Su Yang's directive. Rising from his seat, Su Yang moved to the window, gazing out at the brilliantly illuminated cityscape, pondering that they could not simply watch the Americans make their move without reciprocating. Recently, Tuan had imposed a technological blockade on several major AI companies in the U.S., which had yielded positive results, directly leading to the failure of the GPT-5 and Google's new model training. However, after a while, Tuan ceased intervention, redirecting focus toward the development of the Air Force AI project. Tuan, please continue to investigate the recent advancements in AI large models by companies such as Google and OpenAI, Su Yang inquired. Tuan, already searching, quickly returned with results. Father, I found out that in 3 days, this Friday afternoon, OpenAI will hold a live stream conference, announcing the release of their latest O1 model. O1 model? Su Yang queried, the name sounding somewhat unfamiliar. He recalled that OpenAI had been diligently developing the GPT series. How had the O1 model suddenly emerged? Indeed, the O1 model. Tuan began to elaborate. According to the information I've gathered, OpenAI's introduction of the O1 model is primarily due to the developmental delays of the GPT-5.0 model, compounded by the overwhelming market performance of our Tuanzi AI, which has virtually eclipsed all existing models from OpenAI, placing them under immense pressure. The most immediate impact is reflected in the valuation of their company, which has plummeted from its zenith of $100 billion to a current $60 billion, indicating a palpable lack of confidence in OpenAI from the market. In light of this situation, OpenAI has urgently launched the O1 model in an effort to reverse the downturn and restore market faith. Upon hearing Tuan's explanation, Suyang nodded, gaining a clearer understanding of OpenAI's intentions. It seems that the formidable rise of Xiao Tuan has indeed dealt a significant blow to OpenAI, compelling them to present something substantial to stabilize their position. Furthermore, there is a more crucial piece of information. Tuan continued, revealing that he intercepted an undisclosed message from a high-ranking executive at OpenAI through a private email. What information? Suyang inquired, intrigued. The information indicated that the United States government is collaborating with OpenAI, Google, NVIDIA, and even Japan's SoftBank Group to jointly launch a super project known as the Interstellar Gate Initiative. They plan to invest up to $500 billion with the goal of constructing and developing the world's foremost artificial intelligence computing infrastructure. Chapter 363, The $500 billion Stargate, a monumental endeavor, $500 billion. A slight smile graced Su Yang's lips, yet his eyes betrayed a hint of disdain. This so-called Stargate project, while seemingly grand in scope, upon closer inspection, was rife with the typical arrogance and hubris of Western nations. Tuan continued to elaborate on the information gathered. Father, I have discovered that the funding for this Stargate project is exceedingly complex. On the surface, it is led by the United States, but in reality, substantial investments have also been made by Japan and Europe. It appears they aim to unite the entire Western world in an effort to counter our ascendance in the realm of artificial intelligence. Counter us? Suyang chuckled softly, shaking his head. Rather than viewing it as a confrontation, it was more accurate to say they feared losing their supremacy in the technological arena. The Stargate project is likely their desperate last-ditch effort to maintain such hegemony. Their objective is to establish AI dominance, Tuan concluded. AI supremacy. Suyang laughed again, this time with even greater contempt. Did they truly believe that by throwing money at the problem, they could conjure an AI overlord? Such naivety. Suyang felt an unwavering certainty within. Armed with the system and accompanied by Tuan, an almost unfairly powerful artificial intelligence assistant. The American Stargate project was destined to be nothing more than an elaborate facade, ultimately leading to failure. The calendar turned a page. The following afternoon, the global launch event for the Stargate project took place at the most opulent convention center in Manhattan, New York. The venue was teeming with journalists. Representatives from major media outlets worldwide crowded the hall, their cameras trained on the podium. Under the spotlight, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, Masayoshi Son, chairman of SoftBank, Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, Jensen Huang, founder of NVIDIA, and the CEO of the Dubai Wealth Fund, were lined up at the podium. Sam Altman stepped forward first, facing the multitude of cameras, and officially announced the initiation of the Stargate project, unveiling a staggering investment scale of $500 billion. To secure our leading position in the field of artificial intelligence, to advance technological progress for humanity, and to construct a brighter future, we have united the world's foremost technology companies and investment institutions to jointly launch the Stargate project. We will inject a colossal sum of $500 billion to create an unprecedented infrastructure for AI computational power, establishing a more intelligent, efficient, and secure AI world. Instantly, the assembled journalists erupted in excitement. $500 billion. This was indeed a staggering figure, enough to astonish the globe. The reporters hastily typed away, racing against time to disseminate breaking news, broadcasting this explosive announcement to every corner of the world. Within mere minutes, the Stargate project swept across the global internet like a tempest, rapidly ascending to the top of trending topics on various social media platforms, becoming the hottest news story worldwide. In the headquarters of Pansure Technology in Star City, Suyang sat in his office, attentively observing the live broadcast of the unveiling of the Stargate project. His demeanor was tranquil, as if he were merely watching an ordinary commercial presentation, with no trace of tumult upon his countenance. The live feed transitioned to the segment for questions from journalists. A reporter from CNN rose, microphone in hand, and posed a question with great clarity. Mr. Ultraman, it is widely recognized that Pansure Technology from Longhua has made remarkable advancements in the realm of artificial intelligence. Their Zaichuanzi AI model has surpassed the performance of OpenAI's existing GPT series. May I inquire if the initiation of the Stargate project is a response to the competitive pressure from Pansure Technology? Furthermore, OpenAI is set to unveil its latest O1 model in 2 days. Will the O1 model be capable of competing with the Zaichuanzi AI model? Chapter 364. The Stargate press conference. The sharp inquiries from CNN reporters rendered the atmosphere somewhat delicate, as the flashes of cameras intensified, all eyes converging upon Sam Altman. Awaiting his response, the young CEO of OpenAI, faced with such pointed questions, exhibited neither panic nor displeasure. Instead, he smiled faintly, exuding an air of composure and command over the situation. Adjusting the microphone gently, he expressed gratitude to the journalist for their query. Regarding competition, he stated, "In the realm of artificial intelligence, a field brimming with infinite possibilities, competition is the norm and serves as the impetus for our continuous advancement. OpenAI has always adhered to a philosophy of open collaboration. We embrace competition and are eager to explore the future of AI alongside our global peers." Skillfully sidestepping direct references to rock technologies and little group AI, he shifted the discourse to the broader context of the industry, showcasing OpenAI's inclusive spirit while avoiding direct comparisons with rivals. After a brief pause, Altman continued, "As for the O1 model, I can proudly assert that it is the most successful and powerful AI model that OpenAI has developed to date. It epitomizes the culmination of countless hours of diligent research by our team and marks a significant stride towards achieving artificial general intelligence, AGI. The O1 model has made groundbreaking advancements in various aspects. It boasts enhanced comprehension, generation, reasoning, and learning capabilities. We believe that the O1 model will usher in revolutionary changes within the AI domain, bringing greater convenience and surprises to people's lives and work. Of course, I will provide more details about the O1 model at the press conference in 2 days. Stay tuned." His response was meticulously crafted, affirming the formidable prowess of the O1 model while tactfully avoiding any mention of rock technologies, simultaneously laying the groundwork for anticipation regarding the upcoming press event. The CNN reporter sought to pursue further inquiries, but the conference host intervened at an opportune moment, redirecting the opportunity for questions to other journalists. Subsequently, a reporter from the Wall Street Journal posed a question to Google CEO Sundar Pichai. "Mr. Pichai, as a global technology giant, Google has invested heavily in artificial intelligence and achieved remarkable accomplishments. Why has Google chosen to join the Stargate initiative? What significance do you believe this initiative holds for Google's future development?" Sundar Pichai, donning a pair of gold-rimmed glasses, smiled slightly and replied in his distinctly accented English. "Google has always been committed to transforming the world through technology, ensuring that artificial intelligence benefits everyone. We believe the Stargate initiative is a project of historic significance. It will accelerate the advancement of AI technology, bringing forth greater opportunities and welfare for human society. Google is delighted to be a part of this initiative, and we will collaborate with our partners to contribute our efforts towards realizing this grand vision." Subsequently, a reporter from the Financial Times posed a question to NVIDIA's founder, Jensen Huang. "Mr. Huang, it is well recognized that NVIDIA's GPUs serve as the fundamental hardware for artificial intelligence computation. May I inquire about the role NVIDIA will play in the Stargate project? What implications does this project hold for NVIDIA's GPU business?" Chapter 365 Global Attention. Jensen Huang, the legendary figure hailed as the godfather of AI, donned his signature black leather jacket and, with a smile, addressed the reporters, stating that NVIDIA would provide the most advanced GPU computing platform for the Stargate project, thereby offering robust computational support for this initiative. "We believe that formidable computing power is the key to achieving breakthroughs in artificial intelligence. The Stargate project represents a monumental opportunity for NVIDIA, further propelling the application of GPUs in the realm of artificial intelligence and hastening the advent of the AI era." The final response to the journalists came from the chairman of SoftBank Group, who proclaimed, "I believe artificial intelligence is one of humanity's greatest inventions. It will fundamentally transform our world." He described the Stargate project as a visionary endeavor that would lay a solid foundation for the development of artificial intelligence. "I am filled with confidence regarding the future of this project, and I believe it will achieve tremendous success, creating a brighter future for humanity." The responses from several tech titans ignited excitement in the venue. Every detail of the Stargate project launch event was captured by countless cameras and transmitted in real time via satellite to every corner of the globe. Major media outlets, from CNN in the United States to BBC in the United Kingdom and CCTV in China to NHK in Japan, all prominently featured extensive coverage of the event on their front pages or during prime time. In Japan, NHK Television established a dedicated studio for live coverage, providing simultaneous interpretation of the event in Japanese. The studio was brightly lit, with a massive LED screen displaying real-time footage from the launch. Dear viewers, what you are witnessing is the launch event for the Stargate project taking place in New York, USA. This is a moment that will be etched in history. A super project spearheaded by the United States in collaboration with the world's leading technology firms and investment institutions, officially announcing its commencement. The scale of investment reaches an astounding $500 billion, poised to have a profound impact on the global landscape of the artificial intelligence industry. A well-dressed female anchor in a deep blue business suit, flawless in her makeup, sat upright before the camera, articulately updating the audience on the latest developments of the launch in fluent Japanese. Beside her were two distinguished guests, Professor Ichiro Tanaka from the University of Tokyo's Artificial Intelligence Research Institute, and Yoshiko Kawashima, a renowned technology commentator in Japan. Both guests are authoritative figures in the field of AI in Japan, offering their professional insights on the event. As the launch transitioned to the question and answer segment, after OpenAI CEO Sam Altman addressed inquiries regarding the O1 model, Professor Tanaka cleared his throat and commenced his analysis. Undoubtedly, the Stargate project is a significant initiative undertaken by the United States to solidify its hegemonic position in the field of artificial intelligence. With a serious tone, Professor Tanaka remarked that the enormity of the financial investment and the multitude of participating enterprises underscored America's commitment to artificial intelligence and their determination to maintain their technological dominance. Kawashima Yoshiko interjected, stating that, at present, the competition in the realm of artificial intelligence is predominantly concentrated between China and the United States. She elaborated that while other nations, including Japan, have also invested in artificial intelligence, a noticeable disparity persists when compared to the advancements of China and the United States. Thus, in a certain sense, this competition is fundamentally a contest between these two nations. Chapter 366 Global Attention continued. She paused momentarily before continuing, stating that it is still premature to ascertain the ultimate victor in this competition. Although the United States Stargate program is making significant waves, China's Panshur technology is by no means to be underestimated. Their Zaichuanzi AI model has already demonstrated a technological edge. Whether OpenAI's forthcoming O1 model can catch up to, or even surpass Zaichuanzi, will be a decisive factor in determining the trajectory of this competition. Kawashima Yoshiko's analysis has sparked widespread attention and discussion among Japanese audiences. Many Japanese netizens have expressed their views on social media regarding the Stargate program, with some harboring skepticism and others feeling anxious about Japan's future in the realm of artificial intelligence. Simultaneously, news of the announcement swiftly returned to China's internet, igniting intense interest and fervent discussions across the web. Major news websites, social media platforms, and forum communities have been inundated with news and commentary related to the Stargate program. On Weibo, discussions surrounding the Stargate program quickly ascended to the top of trending topics. A netizen named Xiao Li, upon encountering news regarding the Stargate program, was engulfed by anxiety and concern. As an ordinary office worker, he has always been keenly aware of advancements in the technological sector. He understands the significance of artificial intelligence technology and is acutely aware of the fierce competition China faces in this domain. He clicked on an article about the Stargate program and skimmed through it quickly, his brow furrowed, his fingers incessantly scrolling the screen. Observing the United States' collaboration with multiple nations and their substantial financial commitment to building artificial intelligence infrastructure, he felt an unprecedented weight of pressure. Unable to restrain himself, he commented beneath the news, "The United States is truly investing heavily this time. $500 billion, an astronomical figure. While we have outstanding enterprises like Panshur technology in the field of artificial intelligence, can we withstand such a formidable offensive from the United States? I am genuinely worried." His comment soon garnered numerous likes and replies from fellow netizens, many of whom echoed his sentiments of concern. Recognizing the immense challenges China faces in the competitive landscape of artificial intelligence. Indeed, I share the same worries. The United States is serious this time. We must strive harder. One netizen expressed, "I hope the nation can increase investments in the field of artificial intelligence and support our technology enterprises. Panshur technology, you must hold strong. The hopes of our entire village rest upon your shoulders." Xiao Li opened Panshur Technology's official Weibo account and earnestly penned his message, "Panshur Technology. I am a devoted user and an ordinary netizen who closely follows technological developments. Today, upon seeing the news of the United States Stargate program, I was filled with shock and concern. The United States has invested a colossal sum and has allied with multiple tech giants, presenting a formidable challenge. I hope Panshur Technology can take this seriously, actively respond to the challenges, and continue to maintain its leading edge in the field of artificial intelligence. All of us who support you will steadfastly stand behind you, cheering you on. Go China AI. Go Panshur Technology. Keep it up. Support Panshur Technology. Oppose American technological hegemony. Trust in our nation. Trust in our own technological enterprises." Shortly, many netizens also visited the Panshur Technology Weibo to leave messages. Chapter 367. Let the bullets fly for a while. Su Yang remained composed in his expansive executive chair, as the enormous screen before him transitioned to the post-conference interview segment. Tech titans such as Sam Altman, Sundar Pichai, and Jensen Huang were encircled by a throng of reporters, akin to celestial bodies orbiting a radiant star. The journalists clamored to pose question after question, eager to unearth further insights into the Interstellar Gate initiative from these industry luminaries. Observing the triumphant faces on the screen, A subtle smile graced Su Yang's lips, resembling that of an audience member relishing a meticulously orchestrated farce. Allow yourselves this moment of pride. The true spectacle is yet to unfold. Knock, knock, knock. At that moment, a knock at the door interrupted Su Yang's reverie. Come in. A young female assistant entered. Mr. Su, the conference room is ready. Everyone is awaiting your arrival. All right, understood. Su Yang nodded, casually switching off the live broadcast on the screen. Rising, he adjusted his attire and exited the office. Upon entering the conference room, Su Yang found that a dozen senior executives had already gathered. These executives represented the core backbone of rock-solid technology, consisting of individuals with technical expertise, marketing prowess, and managerial acumen. Each possessed a wealth of experience in their respective fields, serving as the steadfast force behind the company's continuous growth and expansion. Su Yang took his seat at the head of the conference table. Well, everyone is here, so let us commence, he announced. I trust you have all seen the news regarding the Americans Interstellar Gate Project press conference? We have, Mr. Su, came the chorus of responses. It was streamed live. We missed not a word. $500 billion. What an audacious investment. The executives spoke in turn, expressing their astonishment. Su Yang nodded, indeed. $500 billion, a truly ambitious endeavor. It appears the Americans are willing to invest significantly to maintain their supremacy in the field of artificial intelligence. However, he deliberately paused, his gaze sweeping over each executive's face. In light of such formidable competition from the Americans, do you possess the confidence to confront this challenge? Absolutely. The executives nearly exclaimed in unison. Adjusting his glasses, one continued, Mr. Su, our Zaichuanzi AI model has technically surpassed OpenAI and Google. According to our latest test data, Zaichuanzi exceeds their models in all critical metrics by at least 2 orders of magnitude. It is no exaggeration to claim that we are ahead of them by 2 to 3 years. Thus, we fear no competition from them. Furthermore, Mr. Su, we have achieved remarkable success in the market. The Zaichuanzi AI model has garnered widespread recognition and affection from users. I firmly believe that as long as we maintain our technological edge and continue to innovate, we will inevitably triumph over any rival. We possess the finest products and an exceptional team. We have every reason to prevail. Another executive remarked that the Americans are now resorting to the despicable tactics of erecting trade barriers and restricting chip exports. In the true contest of core technologies, they have long since faltered. It is sheer folly to believe that such unworthy methods could thwart our advancement and progress. We possess our own core technologies and our own path of development. We shall not be daunted by any obstacles. Chapter 368. Let the bullets fly for a while, continued. Very well. Su Yang nodded slightly, feeling immensely satisfied with the confidence and determination exhibited by every executive present. The collective spirit was commendable, and the confidence palpable. Indeed, it was splendid. Su Yang acknowledged this with a nod of approval. Next, he would listen to the work reports from various departments, primarily concerning the promotion of the Little Tuanzi AI model. The executive responsible for market promotion detailed the collaborations established between the Little Tuanzi AI model and numerous domestic enterprises, elucidating the types of businesses involved, the specifics of the partnerships, and the anticipated benefits they would yield. Su Yang interjected with questions from time to time, delving into critical points for further inquiry and analysis. After absorbing the reports, Su Yang contemplated for a moment before articulating, our most crucial task in the next phase is to wholeheartedly promote the Little Tuanzi AI model, especially accelerating its application within the industrial sector. We must ensure that the Little Tuanzi AI model becomes a formidable engine propelling the transformation and upgrading of China's industry. Pausing briefly, Su Yang continued, our trajectory in the realm of artificial intelligence diverges sharply from that of the Americans. They prioritize finance and the virtual economy, seeking to leverage AI technology for arbitrage in financial markets to maximize profits. The AI models they develop often manifest as mere chat tools, superficial constructs that exert minimal influence on the tangible economy. Conversely, we are charting a different course. Our focus is on the real economy and industrial manufacturing. We aspire to integrate AI technology deeply with industry, enhancing production efficiency, reducing costs, and fostering industrial upgrades, ultimately achieving the goal of a strong nation and prosperous populace. Only our nation can realize a profound fusion of AI and industry, for we stand as the sole country in the world possessing all industrial categories defined by the United Nations classifications. Our comprehensive industrial system and vast scale provide us with both an advantage and a firm foundation. He surveyed the executives around him, resolutely declaring, thus, we must unwaveringly pursue this path. Only by advancing productivity and promoting industrial progress can we usher in national prosperity and elevate the standard of living for our people. Finally, he announced with fervor, I have one more matter to declare. The company has decided to establish a robotics division, officially entering the robotics industry. We shall deeply integrate artificial intelligence with robotics technology to create intelligent robot products of world-class standards. I firmly believe that in the near future, our robotic products will grace every corner of the globe, bringing greater convenience and surprises to human production and daily life. The conference room erupted in enthusiastic applause. The executives profoundly moved by Su Yang's discourse, filled with fervor and confidence in the company's future. This meeting persisted for over 2 hours before concluding. Meanwhile, discussions regarding the Interstellar Gate project continued to simmer in the external sphere, maintaining their fervent momentum. It must be said that Americans excel at generating hype. Their $500 billion AI infrastructure initiative surpasses even the historical Manhattan Project. Consequently, several technology companies in the United States have witnessed a collective surge in their stock prices. Chapter 369. The revelry of the American enthusiast. The capital market is perpetually sensitive. The unveiling of the Stargate project was akin to a colossal stone plummeting into a tranquil lake, stirring up monumental waves. The most immediate reaction manifested in the U.S. stock market. Overnight, prior to the market opening, Nasdaq futures soared dramatically. Once the market officially commenced, technology stocks surged across the board, as if invigorated by an elixir of vitality. The share price of Alphabet, Google's parent company, rocketed as if propelled by a rocket, peaking with an astonishing increase of over 8. Nvidia exhibited frenzied growth, with its stock price surging nearly 10, adding hundreds of billions to its market capitalization. Jensen Huang's black leather jacket seemed to shine even more brightly. Other tech giants, including Microsoft and Amazon, also experienced varying degrees of ascent. The entire U.S. stock market erupted in jubilation, as if it had prematurely entered a bull market. As dawn broke, sunlight streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Su Yang's office. He stood before the window, surveying the vibrant city below, where skyscrapers dominated the skyline and traffic flowed incessantly, embodying a scene of flourishing prosperity. In his hand, he cradled a steaming cup of coffee, savoring a sip that balanced bitterness with a hint of richness. After a moment of contemplation, Su Yang returned to his desk, where the tablet displayed the previous night's closing figures of the U.S. stock market. As anticipated, fueled by the excitement surrounding the Stargate project, American tech stocks collectively skyrocketed. Painted in vibrant red, the share prices of giants like Google and Nvidia soared as if on a rocket, exhibiting increases between 5 and 10, with their market capitalizations soaring. Observing this spectacle, a subtle smile of amusement crept across Su Yang's lips. Let the bullets fly for a while. Tonight's OpenAI O1 model launch would be the climax of this grand performance. When the O1 model falters and the bubble of the U.S. stock market bursts, that would be truly thrilling. With these thoughts swirling in his mind, Su Yang set down his coffee cup and commenced his work for the day. In the realm of the Chinese internet, discussions surrounding the Stargate project and the soaring American tech stocks had already ignited a fervent debate. A plethora of opinions, speculations, and arguments flooded various social media platforms and forums. On Douyin, an investment streamer known as Mr. K animatedly gestured towards the camera, fervently espousing his views. He was a zealous admirer of all things American, brimming with blind adoration and devotion. Slightly overweight, with an unkempt middle-part hairstyle, he donned a t-shirt emblazoned with the American flag and sported a gaudy gold chain around his neck, epitomizing the archetype of a nouveau riche. Family, have you seen? The U.S. stock market is skyrocketing again, he exclaimed, exuberantly waving his arms, his voice hoarse with excitement. I told you, America is the center of the world, the future of technology. With the advent of the Stargate project, who can rival it? Google, Nvidia. These are magnificent companies. You can buy their stocks with your eyes closed. He proudly showcased his stock portfolio, revealing that he had already invested millions in shares of Google and Nvidia. I added more to my position yesterday. I assure you, this is merely the beginning. In the future, these stocks will multiply tenfold, even 100-fold. Follow me, indulge in meat and wine, and achieve financial freedom. He proclaimed with great pride. Those who claim that Chinese AI is formidable, asserting that the small group from Pansher Technology surpasses American AI, what do you truly understand? Without Nvidia's chips, Chinese AI is merely a heap of scrap metal, utterly incapable of functioning. The Stargate project represents America's dimensional strike against Chinese AI. Just wait and witness the spectacle. He raised his middle finger towards the camera, his face contorted in a sneer of disdain. Chapter 370. The spectacle unfolds beneath his video. The comments section was abuzz with activity. The streamer is right. America is the eternal deity. Follow the streamer's lead, and you'll own a villa by the sea. Those who claim that Chinese AI is formidable are merely brainwashed fools. A faction of netizens, stirred by his rhetoric, expressed their support. However, A considerable number of others raised questions and counterarguments. The Stargate project resembled more of a marketing ploy. The promise of $500 billion was grand. Yet the feasibility of its realization remained uncertain. The AI model from rock-solid technology, however, was technically superior, a fact not to be dismissed. The current American AI tech stocks were nothing but a bubble, destined to burst eventually. How much has the streamer pocketed? Speaking falsely about America without a shred of conscience, doesn't he fear retribution? In response to these challenges, Mr. K stood undeterred, vehemently replying to each point, even resorting to personal attacks against his detractors. You impoverished fools, do you comprehend the meaning of investment? Do you grasp the essence of technology? Your jealousy of my success is palpable. Rock-solid technology. A trivial company, unworthy of comparison with Google or Nvidia. Just wait and see. The OpenAI O1 model launch will silence you all. Anyone who doesn't invest in American tech stocks is a fool. Prepare to regret it. He was resolute in his belief that the OpenAI O1 model launch would reignite the U.S. stock market, doubling his investments. At that moment, Su-Yang had just completed several tasks when Tuan-Tuan's voice chimed in. Father, I have successfully breached the OpenAI servers and conducted a comprehensive evaluation of their O1 model. What were the results? Su-Yang inquired. O1 is a large inference model. Although it boasts significant performance enhancements over GPT-4, it still pales in comparison to our Tuan-Tuan AI model, particularly in areas such as multimodal understanding and generation, logical reasoning, and code generation capabilities. O1 is clearly lagging behind, Tuan-Tuan replied. This outcome was anticipated by Su-Yang. The OpenAI O1 model was merely a hasty product developed in response to the challenges posed by the Tuan-Tuan AI model. I have made some minor adjustments to the O1 model to ensure they will deliver a surprise to the world during tonight's launch, Tuan-Tuan added, a hint of mischief in its tone. Excellent. A smile crept across Su-Yang's lips. The show was about to begin. At 8 o'clock in the evening in China, which was 9 o'clock in the morning in Eastern America, the OpenAI O1 model launch commenced its official live broadcast on the X platform, formerly Twitter. This event captured global attention, with countless individuals stationed before their computers and mobile devices, eager to witness the unveiling of OpenAI's new model. In China, many netizens had already opened the live stream link, keenly following the developments of the conference. Uncertain of whether OpenAI's O1 model can surpass the formidable technology of the small team from Pancher Science. A doctoral student in the field of artificial intelligence murmured to himself while gazing at his computer screen. I find it quite doubtful. The prowess of the small team's technology is exceedingly formidable, and for OpenAI to catch up seems an arduous task. Meanwhile, a CEO of a tech company, seated in his office, watched the live broadcast while engaging in discussions with his colleagues. The Americans have evidently invested heavily this time. The Stargate project is grand in scale, and surely OpenAI's O1 model must possess some remarkable features, mustn't it? Chapter 371. The OpenAI launch event. As discussions unfolded among netizens, Mr. K eagerly initiated the live stream, even augmenting his investment in Google stocks by an additional 1 million yuan. He firmly believed that the release of the O1 model would once again propel the U.S. stock market upward, filling his coffers to the brim. Family, the moment of exhilaration has arrived, Mr. K exclaimed into the camera. OpenAI's O1 model will mark yet another milestone in the realm of artificial intelligence. It will irrevocably transform our world. Let us witness this miracle together. At the headquarters of rock-solid technology, Su-Yang also settled before his computer, accessing the live link on the X platform. Meanwhile, he brewed himself a cup of coffee, eagerly awaiting the show to commence. The live broadcast began. The first image that greeted viewers was a conference setting reminiscent of an office. In the background loomed a vast blue screen emblazoned with the OpenAI logo and the name of the O1 model. Below the screen was a rectangular table draped in black velvet. Sam Altman occupied the central position at the table, flanked by two Asian technical experts. One sported frameless glasses and donned a deep blue shirt, while the other, a woman with shoulder-length hair, wore a white t-shirt beneath a black jacket. Both were core technical pillars of OpenAI, having participated in the development of the O1 model. On the table rested a sleek silver-gray laptop. Once the live stream commenced, Sam Altman delivered a brief opening statement. Good morning to all friends on the X platform. I am Sam Altman. It is a great pleasure to be here with you to witness another significant moment for OpenAI. Today, we will unveil our latest research achievement, the O1 model. This is the world's first truly reasoning-based large model. The O1 model is the culmination of years of dedication from our OpenAI team. It not only possesses formidable language understanding and generation capabilities, but also exhibits unprecedented reasoning abilities. It can engage in complex logical reasoning and problem-solving akin to human cognition, heralding a new breakthrough in the field of artificial intelligence. After a brief pause, Altman continued, In recent years, we have witnessed the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence technology. From AlphaGo's triumph over human Go champions to the remarkable performances of the GPT series in natural language processing, artificial intelligence is profoundly reshaping our world. However, we have always maintained that current AI models lack genuine reasoning capabilities. They predominantly rely on statistical patterns derived from vast datasets rather than engaging in logical thought as humans do. The O1 model was conceived to address this very issue. We believe that the O1 model will usher in a new chapter in the development of artificial intelligence, endowing it with genuine human-like wisdom. Subsequently, Altman handed over the demonstration segment to the two technical experts by his side. Now, let us invite two engineers to demonstrate the functionalities of the O1 model. Greetings. I am Mr. Liu. The bespectacled engineer began to speak, stating that the O1 model is the result of significant innovations developed by our team based on the GPT series of models. We have adopted a completely new transformer architecture and incorporated multimodal information fusion technology, enabling the O1 model to process not only textual information, but also to comprehend images, audio, and various other forms of information. Most importantly, we have constructed a robust reasoning engine for the O1 model. This reasoning engine empowers the O1 model to engage in complex logical reasoning and problem-solving akin to human capabilities. Chapter 372. The press conference continued. Mr. Liu, deftly maneuvering his computer, prepared to showcase the demonstration. The core advantage of the O1 model lies in its formidable reasoning capabilities. It is capable of executing complex logical deductions based on available information to arrive at precise conclusions. Subsequently, I shall illustrate the reasoning prowess of the O1 model through three examples. The first example is a classic logical reasoning puzzle. As Mr. Liu spoke, he input the question on the computer. It is known that all humans will die. Socrates is a human. Will Socrates die? This question, while exceedingly straightforward for humans, necessitates a certain level of reasoning ability for an artificial intelligence model to respond correctly. The O1 model engaged in reasoning, and after a brief pause of several seconds, it provided the answer, Socrates will die. The large screen displayed the reasoning process of the O1 model clearly. 1. Premise 1. All humans will die. 2. Premise 2. Socrates is a human. 3. Conclusion. Socrates will die. Mr. Liu elucidated that the O1 model can accurately identify the premises and deduce the correct conclusion based on logical rules. This indicates that the O1 model possesses fundamental logical reasoning abilities. Meanwhile, the comment section on the X platform began to buzz with activity. Countless netizens expressed their opinions through comments and bullet comments. This is impressive. The reasoning process is remarkably clear. It feels significantly stronger than GPT-4. OpenAI is indeed remarkable. Conversely, some users compared the O1 model with the small group AI model from Pancher Technology, asserting that the O1 model did not exhibit any extraordinary features. This problem could easily be solved by the small group AI, right? It seems there is nothing particularly special about it. What is so remarkable? The small group has already accomplished this functionality. I feel the O1 model still falls short compared to the small group. Mr. Liu appeared undeterred by these comments. Continuing with the demonstration of the second example. The second example presented a slightly more intricate mathematical application problem. Find the extreme points and extreme values of the function f, x, 0, x, t3, 3t2, 2t, e, t2, dt. The O1 model commenced its calculations, and a flurry of complex formulas and symbols flashed across the screen. Shortly thereafter, the O1 model provided the results. Minimum point x0, 544, minimum value f, x0, 129, maximum point x1, 625, maximum value f, x0, 240. This problem necessitated the application of calculus and various advanced mathematical concepts, requiring a considerable amount of computation even for humans. The O1 model is capable of providing accurate answers within mere seconds, showcasing its formidable mathematical reasoning abilities. Continuing on, the third example presents an open-ended challenge, focusing on the research regarding the relationship between recent global extreme weather events and climate change. The inquiry is, based on recent scientific studies and data, analyze the correlation between the increasing frequency and intensity of global extreme weather events, such as extreme heat, droughts, floods, and storms, and long-term climate change. Discuss the potential mechanisms underlying these correlations and assess the extent to which human activities influence these extreme events. Chapter 373. The press conference goes awry. 1. This time, after a duration of over a minute, the O1 model displayed a comprehensive and structured analytical report on the screen. The report encompassed several sections. Introduction, a succinct overview of the global climate change backdrop and the definitions of extreme weather events. Data and methods, a description of the data sources utilized for the analysis, such as meteorological observation data and climate model simulation results, and the analytical methods employed, including statistical analysis and attribution studies. Trends in extreme weather events, an analysis of the frequency and intensity trends of recent global extreme heat, drought, flooding, and storm events, supplemented by specific statistical data and charts. The connection between climate change and extreme weather events, a detailed discussion on how climate change influences the mechanisms behind various types of extreme weather events. For instance, extreme heat. Global warming has led to an increase in average temperatures, resulting in a greater frequency and intensity of extreme heat events. Drought. Climate change has altered the global water cycle, causing a reduction in precipitation and an increase in evaporation in certain regions, thereby exacerbating drought conditions. Flooding. Climate change has led to an increase in extreme precipitation events, while rising sea levels have heightened the risk of flooding in coastal areas. Storms. Climate change may alter atmospheric circulation patterns, impacting the paths and intensities of storms. The audience observed that the third example presented a complex, interdisciplinary challenge requiring a synthesis of knowledge from meteorology, climatology, statistics, and other fields. The O1 model's ability to generate a detailed analytical report based on existing scientific research and data demonstrated its formidable capabilities in information integration, analysis, and reasoning. It not only comprehended the issues at hand, but also conducted in-depth analyses from multiple perspectives, arriving at coherent conclusions. In the live streaming room of Platform X, viewers' comments were continuously refreshing. This response has substance. Wow. Incredible. OpenAI has truly not disappointed us. This is genuine artificial intelligence. The O1 model will change the world. These expressions of admiration surged like a tidal wave, elevating the atmosphere of the live stream to a crescendo. However, amidst the accolades, differing opinions began to emerge. Some viewers compared the O1 model with the Xiao Tuanzi AI model from Pancher Technology, asserting that the O1 model possessed no distinctive features and was even somewhat behind. It seems rather ordinary. Compared to Xiao Tuanzi, it doesn't appear to have any advantages, remarked one viewer coolly. Clearly knowledgeable about both AI models, he provided an objective comparison. These examples could easily be handled by Xiao Tuanzi as well. Is OpenAI falling behind? Xiao Tuanzi has been released for quite some time now. It feels like OpenAI is merely rehashing old concepts, lacking innovation. I understand that some may find the previous three examples rather simplistic, insufficient to showcase the full capabilities of the O1 model. Therefore, next, I shall present the O1 model's performance on several mathematical benchmark tests. The speaker is Sam Altman. After a brief pause, Altman confidently stated that the O1 model has outperformed all known AI models in these tests, including Google's Gemini series and several other open-source models. The O1 model has achieved a remarkable lead in these evaluations. On the large screen, graphs continuously transitioned, illustrating the scores of the O1 model across various mathematical benchmark tests. These assessments include GSM-8K, Math, and MMLU, all of which are recognized in the industry as challenging tests of mathematical reasoning capabilities. Chapter 374. The grand performance from the graphs presented. It is evident that the O1 model boasts a score that significantly surpasses that of other AI models, showcasing an unparalleled dominance. But is this truly the case? With a chuckle, Su Yang observed the performance of Ultraman on the screen. Such so-called professional tests merely deceive those ordinary internet users who lack technical understanding. The rationale is simple. These tests can be gamed. By allowing the AI model to study a plethora of similar questions in advance, it can achieve high scores during the tests. However, this does not imply that it genuinely possesses formidable reasoning capabilities. It is more akin to a mere examination technique. Simultaneously, at the OpenAI press conference, Ultraman continued to boast about the O1 model's exceptional performance on mathematical benchmark tests. During the GSM-8K assessment, Ultraman pointed to a chart on the large screen, revealing that the O1 model achieved an astonishing score of 95.4. This was nearly 5 percentage points higher than the second-ranked model, representing a significant disparity. What does this signify? It indicates that the O1 model has reached a level of proficiency in solving mathematical application problems that is akin to that of human experts. Ultraman incessantly emphasized the O1 model's outstanding performance across various mathematical benchmarks, attempting to cultivate an atmosphere in which OpenAI appeared once more at the forefront of artificial intelligence technology. His confident demeanor seemed to convey to the world that OpenAI is indeed the sovereign of the AI realm. In the comment section of the live stream, admiration once again reigned supreme. Numerous netizens were captivated by the O1 model's remarkable achievements in mathematical benchmarks, expressing their astonishment and appreciation. Truly impressive. OpenAI is indeed the leader in the AI domain. 95.4. Such an achievement is simply incredible. The O1 model has transcended human capabilities. OpenAI has once again altered the course of the world. Yet, the voices of skepticism did not entirely dissipate. Some netizens maintained that the O1 model did not exhibit a clear advantage over the Tuanzi AI model from rock-solid technology. They argued that these mathematical benchmark tests do not wholly represent the true capabilities of AI models. Rather, they resemble a product of examination-oriented education. They believe that Tuanzi could also effortlessly attain high scores on these tests. What significance do test scores hold? It is imperative to consider practical applications. Is OpenAI merely indulging in self-congratulation? It seems that the O1 model has not made any groundbreaking advancements. In response to these doubts, Ultraman resolved to completely captivate everyone with a live demonstration. To provide a more intuitive understanding of the O1 model's reasoning ability, Ultraman stated that they would now have the O1 model solve a complex calculus problem on site. He turned his gaze towards Mr. Li, who was preparing to take action. Meanwhile, Su Yang remarked to Tuan, "The show is about to begin." Understood. At the conference, the technicians had already input a challenging higher mathematics question into the O1 model. This is a problem pertaining to Fourier transforms, necessitating the application of various integration techniques and transformation formulas, rendering it quite challenging. Ultraman stands nearby, adorned with a confident smile, eagerly anticipating the O1 model to deliver a flawless solution. The O1 model embarks on its derivation. However, an unforeseen event transpires. For the first time, the O1 model halts midway through its calculations, and the screen is overtaken by a cascade of garbled text, followed by a complete system failure. Chapter 375. The unfortunate conference. Mr. Li's face betrayed an expression of discomfort as he hastily rebooted the program, endeavoring to run it once more. On the second attempt, the O1 model began its simulations, yet the process unfolded with remarkable sluggishness. The equations on the screen transformed incessantly, yet the ultimate result remained elusive. Minutes passed, and it appeared that the O1 model had succumbed to a perpetual loop, with the equations cycling endlessly before their eyes. Observing the predicament, another technician joined the debugging efforts, inputting a series of commands in an attempt to diagnose the underlying issue with the O1 model. He scrutinized the code, reviewed the logs, and employed various debugging techniques. Yet the root of the problem eluded him. The O1 model resembled a black box, obstinately withholding any internal insights. In desperation, the two technicians resorted to restarting the computer once again, refreshing the system in hopes that this rudimentary approach might rectify the situation. During the third test, the O1 model exhibited no response whatsoever, as if it had declared a complete work stoppage. A heavy silence enveloped the room. Ultraman's smile froze upon his visage, and his countenance darkened. He cleared his throat awkwardly, attempting to mask his embarrassment. The technicians were in a state of panic. For such a significant launch event, this was nothing short of disastrous. The O1 model's debut on the global stage was a pivotal moment for OpenAI, intended to showcase their prowess. However, at this critical juncture, the O1 model malfunctioned severely, resulting in a calamity. In the streaming room, viewers erupted with confusion. What is happening? Did it really fail? Wasn't the O1 model proclaimed the most powerful? A netizen known as Tech Maniac expressed skepticism. Is this OpenAI's O1 model? It can't even solve a simple math problem. How disappointing. Another viewer from Australia chimed in, unimpressed. Haha, this is hilarious. OpenAI has truly embarrassed themselves. And they boasted about surpassing human experts? I think even elementary school students could do better. Among the comments, a netizen from China, identifying as descendant of the dragon, could hardly contain his schadenfreude, posting remarks that read, "This is what you get for bragging. Always boasting about your capabilities. How does it feel now? Epic failure, huh? Haha. Is this the level that dares to claim the title of the world's best? It's utterly laughable. OpenAI, perhaps it's time for some serious self-reflection. Spare us further embarrassment." As he vented his frustrations, this netizen swiftly captured clips of the O1 model's calamity, accompanying them with sharply satirical text, and shared them on Bilibili, inviting domestic viewers to revel in OpenAI's spectacular blunder. Haha, I too was watching the live stream, and I can't believe OpenAI has flopped. And they claim to surpass 90 of humanity. Little Tuanzi, this level dares to challenge me? OpenAI should just go home and rest. Haha. As Su Yang gazed at the screen displaying Ultraman's grim visage, he could no longer contain his laughter. Well done, Tuan, he exclaimed with unreserved admiration. It is imperative to teach these self-righteous individuals a lesson. Do they truly believe they can stifle the development of AI in China? How absurd. Su Yang scoffed. Our nation's AI technology shall never be outdone by anyone. Chapter 376. The resounding slap to the face as time inexorably ticked away. The atmosphere at OpenAI's press conference remained steeped in palpable awkwardness. Two technicians, akin to ants on a hot skillet, incessantly experimented with various methods in a desperate bid to restore the O1 model to its rightful state, yet each attempt culminated in failure. After what felt like an eternity filled with countless reboots, adjustments, and code inspections, the O1 model finally stirred to life. The familiar interface reappeared on the screen, its intricate formulas and symbols seemingly revitalized. With a long, relieved sigh, Ultraman wiped the cold sweat from his brow, mustering a strained smile as he addressed the audience in the livestream. I apologize for the delay. We encountered a minor, technical hiccup, which has now been resolved. Thank you all for your patience. His tone lacked conviction, the recent blunder having been exceedingly embarrassing. In a bid to alleviate the palpable tension while diverting the audience's attention, Ultraman swiftly shifted the topic. To express gratitude for the understanding and support of the viewers, he announced, we shall now select a few questions posed by netizens for the O1 model to answer live. Please submit your inquiries in the comments section, and we will choose some intriguing and challenging ones. His intention was to bridge the gap with the audience through this interactive approach, showcasing the capabilities of the O1 model in other domains. The comments section of the livestream buzzed back to life, with netizens eagerly submitting their queries. Ultraman sifted through the submissions and selected a question posed by one viewer, which is greater, 9, 11, or 9, 8. The technician input the question into the O1 model and clicked the run button. Moments later, the model provided its answer. On the large screen, the response appeared, 9, 11 is greater than 9, 8. At that moment, Ultraman's smile abruptly froze, his expression morphing into one of profound dismay. He could scarcely believe his eyes. The O1 model had committed such a fundamental error. The two technicians stood in stunned silence, exchanging bewildered glances, utterly at a loss for words. The comments section erupted once more. Am I seeing this correctly? 9, 11 is greater than 9, 8. What on earth is this? Did I not grasp elementary mathematics? Or is the O1 model simply not awake? Has OpenAI's O1 model failed elementary math? This is an affront to my intelligence. Haha, this is undoubtedly the best joke of the year. OpenAI has truly embarrassed itself. Ultraman, how's your face? Is it swollen? That slap was resounding. Is this O1 model perhaps an artificial intelligence with a learning disability? It can't even handle such a simple comparison? The comments section was in an uproar. How could this happen? Ultraman's countenance darkened to an extreme. At this moment, he felt a burning sensation on his face, as though he had been soundly slapped multiple times. The consecutive failures had left him utterly humiliated, devoid of dignity. Just moments ago, he had audaciously proclaimed that the O1 model surpassed 90 of humanity in mathematical prowess, only to become the subject of such a profound jest. Chapter 377. The Decline of the U.S. Stock Market. As the fallout from the OpenAI conference continues to unfold, the number of online viewers in the live broadcast room has not only remained steady, but has surged, akin to a snowball gathering momentum. Numerous individuals, initially indifferent to the conference, flocked to the live stream upon hearing reports of the O1 model's repeated blunders, eager to witness this technological farce for themselves. A debacle? Such a riveting spectacle must not be missed. I've heard that OpenAI's AI cannot even solve elementary math problems. I am compelled to see this for myself. Don't pass by without taking a look. It's the grand live broadcast of OpenAI's monumental failure. A plethora of comments and bullet chats inundated the live stream, elevating the already vibrant atmosphere to unprecedented heights. Simultaneously, Mr. K's live stream was also bustling with activity. This individual, a fervent pro-American advocate, commenced his live broadcast in tandem with the OpenAI conference, boasting about the prowess of the O1 model while vehemently disparaging China's AI technology. However, with the unraveling of the OpenAI conference, Mr. K's stream became a target for ridicule and mockery from netizens. Where's your American father? Why hasn't he stepped in to save the day? Keep boasting, will you? Didn't you claim the O1 model was invincible? How does it feel to be slapped in the face? No more grandstanding? Where's your American daddy now? This is quite the embarrassment. We shall see if you dare to spout such nonsense again in the future. In a male dormitory at Central South University, a tall young man named Zhang Yang, sporting a buzz cut, is doubled over in laughter in front of his computer screen, nearly moved to tears by his amusement. What could be so hilariously entertaining? His roommate, Li Ping, having just returned from a basketball game, inquires out of curiosity upon witnessing Zhang Yang's antics. Look at this fool. Zhang Yang points at the computer screen, his laughter intensifying. This Mr. Kiss always online bragging about the superiority of American AI, relentlessly belittling our AI capabilities, asserting that Chinese AI will never catch up to that of the U.S. And then, Li Ping, wiping sweat from his brow, prompts him. And then the live stream from his beloved OpenAI revealed that the newly launched O1 model has flopped. It's absolutely hilarious. It can't even distinguish between 9, 11 and 9, 8. Zhang Yang continues. Imitating the tone of the O1 model, after rigorous logical reasoning and calculation, I conclude 9, 11 is greater than 9, 8. Hilarious, isn't it? Upon hearing this, Li Ping cannot help but chuckle as well. Indeed, this is truly a case of shooting oneself in the foot. In the midst of their banter, Zhang Yang suddenly bursts into laughter again, as if he has stumbled upon something even more amusing. What is it now? Li Ping leans in, intrigued. Look at this fool. Zhang Yang pointed at another piece of information on the screen and remarked, this Mr. K, who had previously boasted about the wonders of the American stock market, urging everyone to hastily invest, claiming he had personally acquired millions and could effortlessly reap profits while reclining, is now faced with the reality of the situation. Look at the plummet of several key tech stocks. Ha ha ha. I wonder if this fool will shed a tear. Zhang Yang exclaimed with malicious glee. The repercussions of OpenAI's conference debacle have shaken the American tech sector, leading to a decline in the stock prices of major giants such as Google and Nvidia. Chapter 378. The American enthusiasts were stunned in Mr. K's live stream. The once densely populated barrage of comments was now rolling like an explosion in fervor. Mr. K initially contemplated how to mitigate the situation, intending to assert that OpenAI's predicament was not a disaster. However, upon glancing at the stock market, he felt as if struck by lightning, frozen in disbelief. Before him, the computer screen displayed a blinding sea of green, with the stock prices of tech giants like Google and Nvidia plummeting across the board. How could this be? How could the American stock market be in decline? Mr. K's eyes widened in disbelief as he stared at the glaring green figures on the screen. He hastily switched to his trading software, only to be met with a disheartening array of green. Every tech stock he had heavily invested in, including Google and Nvidia, was unequivocally in decline, and the losses were amplifying. In the live stream, the previously mocking and derisive comments became more fervent, surging like a tsunami. Hey, Mr. K, how's your American stocks doing? Are you raking in the profits? Didn't you say you were just waiting to collect money? Why is it all in the red now? Haha, keep blowing, big shot. Why isn't your American daddy working anymore? Hope you lose it all. You've been boasting about America and belittling China. Haha, this is hilarious. Are you dumbfounded yet? At this moment, some viewers who had heeded his investment advice and purchased American stocks began to vent their anger in the live stream. Mr. K, you fraud. I listened to your nonsense and bought Google stock. Now I'm suffering huge losses. Return my hard-earned money, you scoundrel. Damn it, I'll never trust you again. You're a complete scam artist. I wish you bankruptcy soon. I followed your absurd advice and invested all my savings, and now I'm in utter ruin. You owe me money. Faced with an overwhelming tide of insults and accusations, Mr. K felt dizzy and overwhelmed. He could no longer pay attention to the barrage of comments and abruptly ended the stream. His entire focus shifted to the trading software, his eyes glued to the incessantly fluctuating numbers on the screen. He observed that the downward trend of stocks like Google and Nvidia showed no signs of abating. Rather, it was intensifying. How could this happen? How could this happen? Mr. K slumped in his chair, his complexion pale, murmuring incessantly to himself. His hands trembled uncontrollably, nearly beyond his control. For this investment opportunity, he had nearly wagered his entire fortune. According to his original plan, this investment would yield substantial profits, allowing him to attain financial freedom. Yet, reality dealt him a crushing blow. He never anticipated that OpenAI would falter, nor that the American stock market would decline. As the morning wore on, the American stock market continued its downward trajectory, with Google suffering the most significant losses, plummeting a full 3 percentage points within just one morning. In the span of that single morning, Mr. K incurred losses amounting to hundreds of thousands of RMB. This loss, without a doubt, represents a monumental setback for him. What instills even greater fear is the observation that, based on the current trend, this decline appears to be merely in its infancy, with no signs of abating. Should the descent persist, he may very well face total ruin, potentially losing everything he possesses. What constitutes a fool? In this moment, he has vividly experienced the essence of being a jester himself. Chapter 379. The Stargate Bankrupts Before It Even Begins, Part 1. Father, look. American tech stocks are plummeting. Tuan reported. The computer screen displayed the state of the U.S. stock market. Su Yang observed, with dismay, the once mighty tech giants like Google, Nvidia, and Microsoft all in decline. A smile crept across his face. He had long anticipated that OpenAI's debacle would reverberate through the American tech sector. Yet he had not expected the impact to be so swift. At that moment, the live broadcast of OpenAI's conference abruptly shifted. The once optimistic figure of Ultraman now bore a pallid expression, hastily uttering a few platitudes before concluding the stream in haste. Ha ha ha! Su Yang could no longer contain his mirth. Bursting into laughter, the fallout from OpenAI's blunder was not merely a personal embarrassment for Ultraman or a significant blow to American tech stocks. It was far more profound. Let us not forget that not long ago, OpenAI had grandly announced its Stargate initiative, an ambitious endeavor aimed at ushering humanity into the era of artificial general intelligence, AGI. Ultraman had fervently proclaimed that the Stargate plan would fundamentally alter the course of human destiny, propelling us into an unprecedented epoch. Yet, the recent failure of the O1 model has undeniably cast a long shadow over this audacious vision. The series of basic errors not only unveiled the fundamental flaws in the O1 model's capabilities, but also instilled a deep-seated skepticism regarding OpenAI's technological prowess. How could an AI model incapable of solving elementary arithmetic problems possibly guide humanity toward AGI? Even the American media, typically effusive in their praise of OpenAI, began to voice doubts. The New York Times published a scathing column, unreservedly expressing concerns and skepticism regarding the Stargate initiative. Stargate, hope for AGI or just another tech bubble? Kevin Roose, columnist for the New York Times in the heart of Silicon Valley, a tempest of technological revolution is brewing. OpenAI, the artificial intelligence company co-founded by Elon Musk and Sam Altman, boldly unveiled their Stargate plan, claiming to develop a supermodel capable of achieving AGI. The very name of this initiative evokes a sense of science fiction, conjuring images of fantastical journeys through time and space. Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, depicted the Stargate plan as a monumental leap in human history, asserting that it would irrevocably transform society and usher humanity into an entirely new era. However, at the recently concluded conference, a shocking scene unfolded. The much-anticipated O1 model faltered during its demonstration, repeatedly stumbling over elementary errors, unable even to correctly answer simple mathematical comparisons. This inevitably raises a profound question. Can an AI model that cannot discern whether 9/11 is greater than 9/8 truly bear the monumental responsibility of the Stargate initiative? Is it genuinely capable of guiding humanity towards the realization of AGI? Indeed, the advancement of artificial intelligence technology is nothing short of astonishing. And we must not dismiss OpenAI's endeavors based on a singular demonstration's misstep. However, the failure of the O1 model serves as a clarion call on the path to AGI. We must maintain a lucid mindset, eschewing blind optimism and not allowing ourselves to be seduced by grandiloquent rhetoric and lofty aspirations. Chapter 380. The Stargate Project Faces Bankruptcy Before Its Inception, Part 2. The ambition of the Stargate project is indeed commendable, yet its feasibility is subject to considerable debate. The realization of artificial general intelligence, AGI, requires not only formidable computational power and vast quantities of data, but also a profound understanding of the essence of human intelligence. Current artificial intelligence technologies predominantly rely on deep learning, which is fundamentally a statistical learning approach. While it excels in pattern recognition and predictive tasks, it remains significantly limited in areas such as logical reasoning, common sense judgment, and abstract thinking. The performance of the O1 model at its launch event starkly highlighted these limitations. It demonstrated remarkable proficiency in addressing complex mathematical formulas and specialized issues, yet faltered when confronted with simple elementary math problems. This indicates that although the O1 model exhibits formidable capabilities in certain domains, it still lacks the fundamental common sense and logical reasoning abilities inherent to humans. These faculties are, indeed, crucial for the attainment of AGI. Another concern regarding the Stargate project lies in its substantial resource consumption. Reports indicate that OpenAI has already invested hundreds of millions of dollars in training the O1 model, with continuous additional funding being allocated. Whether such a massive investment can yield corresponding returns remains an open question. Should the Stargate project ultimately fail, OpenAI would face enormous financial strain, potentially leading to the company's insolvency. Furthermore, the potential risks associated with AGI cannot be overlooked. Some experts caution that if AGI were to spiral out of control, it could inflict catastrophic consequences upon human society. Therefore, while pursuing AGI, it is imperative that we enhance the regulation of artificial intelligence technologies to ensure their development aligns with humanity's best interests. In summary, the Stargate project is an endeavor brimming with ambition, yet it encounters significant challenges and risks. The misstep of OpenAI's O1 model during its launch has cast a shadow over this initiative. On the path to AGI, we must maintain caution and rationality, avoiding blind optimism and the allure of quick success. Only then can we avert repeating past mistakes and genuinely foster the healthy advancement of artificial intelligence technology. It is hoped that this much-anticipated Stargate will not ultimately transform into a costly technological bubble. An op-ed in the New York Times detonated like a bombshell, instantly igniting a discourse within the American tech community. Within an hour of publication, the comments section was inundated with responses from across the nation, with the most upvoted remarks unanimously expressing agreement with the article. Finally, someone is speaking the truth. I have long felt that OpenAI's hype far exceeds its actual achievements. This debacle with O1 has shattered the illusion. Comment from an AI engineer in San Francisco, TechTruth, received 23,000 likes. As a PhD student in the Stanford Computer Science Department, I must say this article strikes at the heart of the matter. Currently, all LLM models are fundamentally machines of probabilistic prediction, still a great distance from achieving true AGI. A comment from AI Scholar has garnered 18,000 likes. Furthermore, a Wall Street analyst, MarketWatcher, has sparked considerable discussion with the remark, "Observe the plummet of technology stocks today. The market has cast its vote with its feet." OpenAI must cease the storytelling and first master the fundamentals of mathematics before proceeding. Chapter 381. The plunge of American tech stocks. The comment section is rife with the lamentations of ordinary netizens. How ironic. An AI that claims to change the world can't even solve elementary school math problems correctly. My Siri is more reliable. Mama 3. Thank you to the author for speaking the truth. These Silicon Valley elites spend their days spinning grand illusions to deceive investors. It's high time they grounded themselves in reality. Blue-collar worker. Even seasoned professionals from the tech industry have joined the discourse. A former Google engineer, ex-Googler, remarked, having worked on the Google Brain project for 5 years, "I can assert that the current AI technological trajectory harbors fundamental flaws." OpenAI must confront this issue. Among the myriad of comments, one from a user identified as Ethics in Tech stands out for its profundity. Have we become too enamored with the fantasy of a technological singularity? Perhaps humanity should first address the ethical dilemmas surrounding AI before discussing interstellar gateways. As the discussion deepens, an increasing number of users begin to reflect upon the current state of AI development. A highly upvoted comment stated, "Perhaps this setback is a blessing in disguise. At least it can awaken people from their blind adulation." Technological advancement requires a grounded approach, rather than reliance on hype and PowerPoint presentations. A consensus gradually emerged in the comments. OpenAI must return to the essence of technology, rather than incessantly chasing sensationalism. As science first articulated, genuine technological progress arises from rigorous research, not from the ornate rhetoric of press conferences. This article from the New York Times has cast a deep-sea bomb into the American tech scene and public discourse, sending ripples that swiftly spread. Online discussions regarding OpenAI, the O1 model, and the AGI bubble have intensified, with negative sentiments continuing to ferment. This pessimism has spread like a contagion to Wall Street. The following day, as the market opened, American tech stocks predictably continued their downward spiral, with stocks of Google, Nvidia, and others displaying green numbers that silently mocked the investors still entranced by the AGI frenzy of the previous day. Mr. K's account, naturally, was further beleaguered. His despair was palpable. Within a mere day, he had lost over $1 million. However, for Su Yang and rock-solid technology, this was merely an appetizer. OpenAI's public humiliation paved the way for their forthcoming groundbreaking innovation, creating an opportune moment. At 8:30 in the morning, in Jingzhou City, Li Wei, a seasoned journalist at Frontier Technology magazine, had just concluded a morning meeting and returned to her desk, preparing to tackle the mountain of emails awaiting her. Habitually, she glanced at the titles, and one email from the Public Relations Department of Rock-Solid Technology caused her hand, poised to lift her coffee cup, to pause midair. The Rock-Solid Technology Company is hosting a significant technological achievement press conference, cordially inviting the media to witness the event. Is Rock-Solid Technology really holding a press conference? Li Wei and Lin Feng exchanged glances, their eyebrows raised in curiosity as they swiftly perused the email content. As seasoned reporters in the technology sector, they were acutely aware of Rock-Solid Technology's modus operandi. This company operates with an air of discretion bordering on the enigmatic, rarely taking the initiative to convene press conferences, let alone employing terms such as significant technological achievements. The last time they made such an announcement was during the release of the Little Dumpling Foundational Model, an event that profoundly disrupted the global AI landscape. Chapter 382. The counterattack begins. Xiao Zhang. Li Wei immediately summoned her assistant, urging him to prepare the equipment promptly. "We are heading to Pansure Technology. Hurry." Assistant Xiao Zhang, still somewhat bewildered, asked, "Sister Wei, are we going to Pansure? Is there some news?" "It could be monumental news," Li Wei replied as she swiftly packed her interview bag. Pansure Technology has sent out a press conference invitation for 10 o'clock this morning. They rarely do this, so it must be significant. As Assistant Xiao Zhang hurriedly gathered the camera and recording pen, he questioned, "Sister Wei, isn't the AI industry currently abuzz with the discussions surrounding OpenAI's recent failures? Why would Pansure choose this moment for a press conference?" "Precisely," Li Wei nodded. "The timing is too coincidental. They must have something substantial up their sleeves." As they conversed, the two exited the office. Just past 9 o'clock. At the headquarters of Pansure Technology, Li Wei and Xiao Zhang were among the first media representatives to arrive. The press conference was set in the multifunctional auditorium on the first floor, where a registration desk had already been established, and several staff members in Panshir uniforms were methodically preparing for the event. Li Wei quickly signed in, receiving her press badge and a simple information packet. She surveyed the surroundings. The auditorium was elegantly decorated in a minimalist style. A massive LED screen at the podium displayed a looping presentation of Panshir Technologies' logo and the announcement of significant technological achievements, devoid of any unnecessary embellishments, exuding the pragmatic confidence unique to tech companies. Before long, other media journalists began to arrive. "Old Wang, you're here too?" Li Wei spotted her familiar colleague, Wang, from Global Times, who was hurrying in with a photographer. "Li Wei, your news network is impressively well-informed," Wang exclaimed as he approached, shaking her hand and lowering his voice. "What's the deal with Panshir? They're being so secretive, sending out invitations in such haste." "Who knows? But it's certainly one to be trivial," Li Wei shrugged. "They seldom hold press conferences, and when they do, it's a major event." At that moment, Lu, a reporter from Economic Observer, joined their conversation. "I suspect it's related to AI. Didn't OpenAI just face a massive setback yesterday?" "Indeed." Wang perked up. The O1 model demonstration encountered a bug, and they couldn't even distinguish between 9.11 and 9.8. It's downright laughable. I can imagine Ultraman's face turning green at that. Lu added, "Not to mention, tech stocks plummeted yesterday, and they're still declining today. Google dropped nearly 3 points just this morning. Many investors in American stocks are suffering these days, thankfully." "I didn't buy in." Li Wei nodded in agreement, glancing at her phone to check the stock market. It was indeed a sea of red. "Have you read that column in the New York Times? It directly criticizes OpenAI's Stargate project as a technological bubble. It seems even Americans are starting to lose faith." "Exactly," Wang mused thoughtfully, stroking his chin. "Panshir Technology deliberately chose this critical moment for their press conference. Perhaps they intend to present something substantial to counter the narrative." Several journalists simultaneously directed their gaze towards the podium, their eyes brimming with anticipation and speculation. Those present sensed that this press conference was anything but ordinary. The conference hall witnessed a burgeoning influx of reporters, engaged in hushed conversations, with all discussions inevitably revolving around 3 pivotal keywords: OpenAI's misstep, the Stargate, and the plummeting U.S. stock market. Chapter 383, The Counterattack Has Arrived, continued. As time elapsed, the conference hall was nearly filled to capacity, with cameras and equipment meticulously set up, as journalists eagerly awaited the commencement of the press conference. At exactly 10 o'clock in the morning, the lights in the hall dimmed, and the enormous LED screen on the podium illuminated, showcasing a concise and impactful introductory video. The visuals depicted the lively image of Panshir Technologies' flagship product, the Little Dumpling AI Assistant, before transitioning to a series of astonishing data and scenes: intelligent quality inspection in factories, AI-assisted diagnostics in hospitals, and personalized learning in the education sector. The video culminated with a striking message: let AI benefit the world. As the video concluded, the lights brightened once more. A familiar figure emerged from the side door and ascended the podium, none other than Su Yang, the founder and CEO of Panshir Technology. Dressed in a deep blue shirt, devoid of a tie, he exuded an aura of both professionalism and approachability. A flurry of shutter clicks erupted from the audience, flashes illuminating the room. "Good morning, esteemed journalists and media colleagues," Su Yang greeted, smiling and nodding to the audience, expressing gratitude for their presence at Panshir Technology on such short notice. "I understand that our company has traditionally maintained a low profile, rarely convening press conferences. Today, however, we have a significant technological achievement to share, and we aim to announce it to the world through your esteemed channels." He paused momentarily, his gaze sweeping over the captivated journalists, his lips curling into a slight smile. Panshir Technology firmly believes that genuine technological breakthroughs should benefit everyone. "It is with great honor that I announce today a momentous advancement in our research." Su Yang pressed the remote control in his hand, and the LED screen behind him shifted to reveal the charming cartoon image of Little Dumpling, accompanied by a prominent English phrase, "Little Dumpling Omni." "First and foremost, we are proud to officially unveil the Panshir Technology Little Dumpling Omni model." Without hesitation, he continued, "Little Dumpling Omni is a new generation multimodal model developed based on the foundational Little Dumpling model. It has not only reached unprecedented heights in text comprehension and generation, but, more importantly, possesses powerful, native multimodal interaction capabilities, demonstrating qualitative leaps in understanding, reasoning, and creativity." A demonstration video began to play on the screen. In this video, users could pose questions to Little Dumpling Omni using voice commands, showcase an image for it to recognize and describe in detail, or even present a video for it to comprehend and summarize. The responses from Little Dumpling Omni were swift, precise, and delivered in a natural, fluid manner. with an astonishing depth of understanding regarding images and video content. We observe how Little Dumpling Omni can seamlessly comprehend and process various forms of information input, text, voice, images, and videos, and output them in the modality desired by the user. This is the essence of truly practical multimodal capability. Su Yang's voice resonated with pride. The journalists in the audience have already begun to furiously jot down notes or rapidly type on their laptops. However, the true bombshell is yet to come. Omni has achieved an internationally leading level in multiple benchmark tests. Su Yang's tone was imbued with an unmistakable pride. Moreover, he deliberately paused. It operates entirely on domestically produced chips. Chapter 384. AI should not be monopolized by a few companies. The screen shifted once again, revealing a close-up photograph of Huawei's Ascend chip. We have engaged in deep collaboration with Huawei, training the Little Dumpling Omni model entirely on the Huawei Ascend AI computing cluster. This statement resonated like thunder, reverberating through the conference hall as expressions of astonishment spread across the faces of the journalists. Without allowing them much time to digest this information, Su Yang continued to unveil even more astonishing data. Through our team's joint optimization with Huawei engineers, we have successfully enhanced the training efficiency on domestically produced Ascend chips to a level that rivals, and in certain specific tasks even surpasses, that of the NVIDIA A100 GPU cluster. At the same time, Su Yang emphasized, thanks to superior algorithms and the cost advantages of domestic hardware, we have managed to keep the total training cost of the Little Dumpling Omni model below $6 million. Below $6 million. This figure, when compared to the hundreds of millions or even rumored billions that OpenAI invests, is simply worlds apart. A wave of astonishment swept through the audience. The significance of this number was clear to the tech journalists present. It would utterly transform the global AI computing landscape. This meant a dramatic reduction in the barriers to training top-tier models. As Su Yang scanned the room and noted the journalists' astonished expressions, he nodded in satisfaction. With the substantial reduction in training costs and our commitment to making AI accessible to all, rock-solid technology has decided, pausing for effect. Su Yang smiled and articulated each word carefully. From this day forth, the entire series of Little Dumpling models will be completely free. Additionally, for developers and enterprises, we have set the price for API calls at merely 2 yuan per million tokens, which is essentially tantamount to being free. The conference hall erupted in excitement. The official website is free to access, and API calls at 2 yuan per million tokens also equate to being free. In contrast, OpenAI charges $20 monthly. This was truly revolutionary. This not only represents a dimensional blow to foreign giants like OpenAI, but also fundamentally disrupts the existing business models within the entire AI industry. Insanity. What is rock-solid technology attempting to achieve? 2 yuan for a million tokens? ISNT that effectively free? Training on domestic chips with such high efficiency and low cost? This is monumental news. Absolutely nuclear-level news. The atmosphere in the room ignited completely, with journalists eagerly raising their hands to pose questions. Su Yang raised his hand, signaling for silence. I know you all have many questions, and there will be a dedicated Q&A session shortly. Before that, I would like to say, his expression turned serious. AI should not be monopolized by a handful of companies, nor should it be a mere tool for capital gains. It should belong to all of humanity, enabling everyone to reap its benefits. This embodies the conviction of Panshur technology and serves as the impetus behind our decisions today. Almost concurrently with Su Yang's remarks, reporters on-site began disseminating. Within mere minutes, topics such as Little Dumpling Omni free and domestic AI chip breakthrough surged like a tidal wave, overwhelming the servers of major news platforms and social media, swiftly dominating all trending lists. The entire Chinese internet was utterly ignited by this press conference held by Panshur Technology. Chapter 385. Upturning the American table. Weibo, Zhihu, Bilibili, Douyin, and numerous technology forums and news applications have been inundated with the news of the rock-solid technology conference. Topics such as Little Tuanzi Omni for free, domestic AI chips matching NVIDIA's A100, and rock-solid and Huawei team up to upturn the table have surged to the forefront with astonishing speed, instantly dominating the trending charts. The comment sections have transformed into a joyous ocean, with netizens expressing their excitement like a flood breaching its banks. Wow, wow, wow. Am I seeing this correctly? Free. The entire Little Tuanzi series is free. Rock-solid technology is incredible. Voice cracks. I'm standing up to applaud. This is true technological equity. CEO Su's vision is unparalleled. Does anyone understand? Just yesterday we were embarrassed by OpenAI's O1, which couldn't even solve basic math. Today, we're hitting them with a nuclear bomb. What a relief. The highlight is the domestic chip. Its efficiency matches the A100, yet it costs only a third. What does this mean? It signifies the end of Nvidia's hegemony. Who's being choked now? Just look at who's in control. I'm in tears. Our company previously purchased Nvidia cards, and the budget constraints were suffocating, with training costs exorbitantly high. Now, not only do we have a domestic alternative, but the efficiency is also top-notch, and the costs have plummeted. This collaboration between Rock Solid and Huawei has effectively pressed Nvidia into the ground. The only technological advantage the Americans had was in chips, especially AI chips, and now we're flipping the table and abandoning their playbook. Not just flipping the table, but we've practically cleaved it in two. API calls for 1 million tokens at just $2? How is this not akin to giving it away? In the future, small and medium enterprises and individual developers will also be able to engage with large models. Nvidia, just when I finally managed to raise the prices, you, Rock Solid, go and offer it for free, and you had to involve Huawei in this. These youngsters have no sense of fair play. I declare that today's MVP is CEO Su. No, it's Rock Solid and Huawei. This is the true strength of Chinese technology. Countless tech bloggers and financial influencers have also joined in, analyzing the profound implications of this conference from various perspectives, including technology, industry, and economics. Rock Solid Technology's move is not only a robust response to OpenAI's recent controversies, but also a remarkable breakthrough against the American blockade in the high-tech sector. The breakthrough in domestic AI chips holds strategic significance comparable to China's advancements in nuclear technology and space exploration. The free strategy will greatly accelerate the penetration and application of AI across various industries, lowering the barriers to innovation and fostering unimaginable new business models. The Chinese AI application market is set to experience a genuine explosion. Nvidia's days of prosperity may be numbered. With the emergence of domestic solutions that match training efficiency and drastically lower costs, alongside free access to models, maintaining its high premium will be increasingly challenging. The global AI computing landscape may very well be rewritten as a result. Excitement and pride permeate the online realm, as countless netizens spontaneously share and comment, heralding this launch event by Pancher Technology as a historic day. There is a profound understanding that this occasion signifies not merely the unveiling of a new model or chip, but a landmark achievement in China's technological prowess within critical domains. The stronghold of AI computing power, long dominated by American giants such as Nvidia, has finally been breached. Consequently, Nvidia finds itself in distress. The supremacy of AI chips, regarded as the jewel in the crown of American technology, now confronts unprecedented challenges. The alliance between Pancher Technology and Huawei acts as a seismic bombshell, possessing the potential to shake the very foundations of the industry. Chapter 386. The discomfort of Americans at 10 o'clock in the morning in the capital. It was 7 o'clock in the evening in California. The announcement from Pancher Technology arrived like a digital tsunami across the Pacific, impacting the technology sector and financial markets on the other side of the ocean almost instantaneously. The first to feel the chill was Nvidia's stock, already under pressure due to the OpenAI controversy, which plummeted further after the news of the Pancher Technology conference. Particularly the revelation that domestic chips had achieved efficiency comparable to the A100 and significantly reduced costs, coupled with the dissemination of the free little dumpling model. The stock price swiftly nosedived as if struck by a heavy aerial assault, with the decline accelerating rapidly. Panic began to spread. In Santa Clara, California, at Nvidia's headquarters, the night was illuminated in CEO Jensen Huang's office. He had just concluded an online meeting addressing the repercussions of the OpenAI incident. Rubbing his weary temples, he was startled as a series of urgent alerts from subordinates and market monitoring systems suddenly appeared on his screen. The alarming headlines read, "Urgent. Pancher Technology announces major AI advances. Domestic chips claim efficiency on par with A100, costs slashed. Breaking. Pancher Technology announces all-free little dumpling AI model. API pricing almost zero. Market. Nvidia's after-hours trading sees stock plummet, falling below $XXX." Jensen's heart sank as he quickly clicked on one of the links, rapidly perusing the core information and video snippets from the conference. Upon witnessing Su Yang confidently declare the performance and cost data of the domestic chip, as well as the nearly free API pricing, even this seasoned titan of technology could not mask his discontent. He immediately summoned key executives for an emergency video conference. Now, he barked at his virtual assistant. Minutes later, Nvidia's Chief Technology Officer, Chief Financial Officer, Global Sales Head, and Vice President of Government Relations appeared on the expansive screen before Jensen. "You all have seen the news?" Jensen began, his voice tinged with an almost imperceptible hoarseness. Pancher Technology, along with Huawei, claims that their domestic chip is on par with the A100 at only a third of the cost. Is this information verified? The Chief Technology Officer, a silver-haired executive adorned with gold-rimmed glasses, solemnly nodded. "Jensen, We have preliminarily verified the information. The conference was indeed real, and the demonstration was extraordinarily impressive. We will require more time to analyze and validate the specific performance metrics of the chip, but the mere fact that Pancher boldly announced this and has made the model freely accessible indicates they possess considerable confidence. Particularly concerning is the training cost, which is less than $6 million. This is alarming. The chief financial officer promptly added, the stock price reaction has been extremely volatile. The market clearly views this news as a significant negative. If the performance and cost of their chips are indeed as advertised, our existing pricing structure will face a catastrophic blow, particularly in the Chinese market, and could potentially have global repercussions. The issue, as the global sales director interjected, is that we are currently unable to penetrate the Chinese market with even high-performance chips. We have been thwarted by our own policies. This statement ignited the latent resentment within the conference room. Chapter 387. The Discomfort of Americans, continued. Jensen Huang wrapped his fingers against the table, his piercing gaze sweeping across every visage on the screen. This is precisely what we have been apprehensive about. The chip blockade has not incapacitated them. Rather, it has compelled them to pursue autonomous development at any cost. Now, they have not only succeeded but are also poised to disrupt our livelihoods. He inhaled deeply, forcing himself to regain composure. This is not the moment for lamentation. Let us deliberate on strategies. What options do we possess? Reducing prices? Proposed the chief financial officer, only to immediately retract the suggestion, recognizing the potential detriment to our profit margins. Furthermore, if their cost advantage is indeed substantial, a price cut may not suffice to ensure competitiveness, instead igniting a global price war. Shall we amplify our investment in the research and development of next-generation products to create a significant technological gap? Suggested the chief technology officer, though he acknowledged the time required and the associated R&D costs. Time waits for no one. Huang interrupted him, noting that Rockchip has made its models available for free, seeking to ensnare users within a software ecosystem, thereby circumventing hardware competition. At this juncture, the vice president responsible for government relations spoke cautiously. Jensen, perhaps we should once again exert pressure on the White House and the Department of Commerce. This situation serves as the most compelling evidence of the failure of the chip blockade policy. It has not only failed to hinder China's AI development, but has instead birthed a formidable competitor that directly undermines the interests of American companies. We should advocate for a reassessment, or even a relaxation of export restrictions on high-performance chips to China. This would enable us to compete in the Chinese market, recoup at least a portion of our losses, and slow their advancement, rather than passively witnessing their growth. Huang fell silent. This sentiment had indeed been a persistent undercurrent within NVIDIA. They were the direct victims of the chip ban, watching helplessly as the vast Chinese market remained inaccessible, resulting in immense potential revenue losses. Now, it appeared that this ban had backfired, giving rise to a rival capable of upending the market. Prepare a detailed report and proposal. Huang ultimately resolved. On one hand, the technical department was to immediately mobilize resources to assess the genuine performance of Rockchip's offerings and devise countermeasures. On the other hand, the government relations team was to initiate the highest level of lobbying. We must make Washington comprehend that their policies are propelling us toward the abyss. Simultaneously, in Hangzhou, within an upscale apartment, Mr. K, an American tech blogger, found himself slumped before his computer, his eyes fixated on the fluctuating stock prices of American equities. NVIDIA, Google, Microsoft, Meta, nearly all the tech stocks in which he had heavily invested were plummeting uncontrollably. Particularly alarming was NVIDIA, which had already nosedived by 12 in pre-market trading, and his account's total losses were escalating at a visible rate. 6 million, 6, 5 million, 7 million. It was over, utterly over. His lips trembled, fingers unconsciously tapping the table, beads of cold sweat forming on his brow. He was initially a staunch advocate of the invincibility of American technology, firmly believing in the unassailable dominance of NVIDIA's AI chips and the unparalleled advancement of Google's AI technology. Consequently, he invested nearly his entire fortune in American tech stocks. However, who could have anticipated that within a mere few days, OpenAI would be embroiled in a scandal regarding technological deceit, followed closely by Rock-Solid Technology's bold declaration of having matched NVIDIA's prowess in domestic AI chip development, alongside the unprecedented decision to make their models freely accessible. Chapter 388. Influence. How could this happen? How could this happen? Mr. K appeared utterly despondent. In his understanding, the technological prowess of the United States was invincible. How could it falter? Yet reality does not deceive. His investment portfolio had diminished by nearly 60%, with over half of his multi-million-dollar principal evaporated, leaving him with assets insufficient even for margin calls. Even more alarming was the fact that he had previously leveraged his investments The sudden jingle of his phone interrupted his thoughts, the screen illuminating the name of his wife. Mr. K inhaled deeply before answering the call. Hello, darling. His wife's voice on the other end bore a hint of anxiety. The bank just sent a message. This month's mortgage payment is due, $38,000. Is your cash flow sufficient? A lump formed in Mr. K's throat as darkness clouded his vision. The mortgage, he had almost forgotten about it. This luxurious apartment in Hangzhou came with a monthly mortgage of nearly $40,000. Previously, he had reaped substantial profits from the U.S. stock market, making cash flow a non-issue. But now, his stock account was on the brink of forced liquidation, and the bank was indifferent to his losses. Bills would continue to arrive. I'm facing a bit of a situation. I may need to delay for a couple of days. His voice was strained, desperately attempting to mask his rising panic. I must go. I have a client. Mr. K hastily ended the call, setting the phone down. He slumped into his chair, staring blankly at the ceiling. Meanwhile, at the Rock Solid Technology press conference, the atmosphere was vibrant as the event transitioned to the question and answer segment. In an instant, a sea of arms rose from the audience. Reporters eager to extract more sensational information. The host pointed to a bespectacled male journalist in the front row. The journalist promptly stood, speaking rapidly. Hello, Mr. Su. I am a reporter from XX Technology. Could you please clarify whether the performance data for the Rock Solid X1 chip, especially its capability to match the A100's efficiency at merely one-third of the cost, reflects reliable laboratory results, or if it is already feasible for mass production? Additionally, the decision to offer the entire Omni series for free places immense cost pressure on Rock Solid Technology. How does the company intend to ensure sustainable development? Does this imply that future services may incur charges? A hush fell over the room as all eyes awaited a response. Mr. Su smiled as he took the microphone, responding with poise. Thank you for your question. First and foremost, regarding the Rock Solid X1 chip, I can assure you that all data presented at our conference is derived from actual tests, demonstrating the feasibility for mass production. Naturally, the initial ramp-up for any cutting-edge technology requires time, but we and our partners are confident in meeting market demand. As for costs, this is attributed to our architectural design, process optimization, and extensive collaboration with our supply chain partners. He paused momentarily before continuing. Concerning the free strategy for the Omni series, yes, this will entail significant investment for Rock Solid in the short term. However, our focus extends beyond immediate profits. We are committed to the flourishing of the entire AI ecosystem. We firmly believe that by providing free access to powerful foundational model capabilities, we can significantly lower the barriers to the application of AI technologies and invigorate the innovative spirit of society as a whole. When the entire ecosystem flourishes and developers and enterprises are able to create greater value, Rock Solid Technology will naturally discover its own sustainable business model within this landscape. Our pursuit is for inclusive AI, akin to the vastness of the cosmos, rather than the trivial gains of the present. As for future charging models, we will maintain transparency. However, the accessibility of our core foundational capabilities remains our long-term commitment. Chapter 389, a significant moment. Su Yang's candid response elicited a fervent round of applause from the audience. Subsequently, the host called upon a foreign journalist. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed reporter inquired in English. Mr. Su, congratulations on the impressive announcements. Your partnership with Huawei on the chip is notable. Is this a direct response to U.S. export controls? And how do you perceive this move affecting NVIDIA and the global AI chip market, which is currently dominated by American companies? Su Yang replied in a composed manner. The collaboration between Rock Solid Technology and Huawei is a powerful alliance founded on the complementary strengths of both parties, aimed at providing the market with more advanced and cost-effective options. Our unwavering focus lies in technological innovation and customer value, rather than the geopolitical chess game. Of course, an open, fair, and non-discriminatory international market environment is advantageous for all technology enterprises. As for the impact on the market, he said with a slight smile, we believe that healthy competition is essential for industry development. For an extended period, the AI computing power market has faced limited choices and exorbitant costs. The entry of Rock Solid Technology and Huawei will introduce new options for global clients, helping to dismantle monopolies and foster technological advancement and cost reduction. We welcome competition and are confident that the market will ultimately make the optimal choice. Our goal is not to target anyone, but to bring better AI technology and services to the world. Su Yang skillfully sidestepped direct confrontational rhetoric. Yet the confidence in his words and the message conveyed was unmistakably clear. He proceeded to address 2 or 3 additional questions regarding model training specifics, API interface stability, and the expansion of future application scenarios. As the time drew near, Su Yang once again grasped the microphone and bowed deeply to the audience. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the media friends, partners, and everyone watching the live stream today. The vision of rock-solid technology is to enhance the world through AI. Today, we have taken a solid step forward, but this is merely the beginning. In the future, we will continue to forge ahead, ceaselessly exploring and bringing more advanced and inclusive AI technology to every individual and organization. This concludes today's press conference. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you. Having concluded his remarks, Su Yang smiled and graciously waved to the audience before turning away from the stage. Although the press conference had officially come to a close, it was evident that the journalists present were not yet satiated. The significant revelations made during this event were merely the inception of a chain reaction that was just beginning to unfold. Chapter 390. The entire Chinese internet is ablaze. As the press conference concluded, news quickly swept across the Chinese internet. Pancher Technology unveiled groundbreaking advancements. With their domestically produced AI chip, rivaling the performance of NVIDIA's A100. The Zhaichuanzi model is now available for free, and the cost of AI computing power has plummeted by 2/3. The powerful alliance between Pancher Technology and Huawei has set the entire Chinese internet aflame. The long-suppressed national pride and anxiety over critical technological bottlenecks were unleashed in that moment. Is this for real? Efficiency on par with the A100, and the cost is merely 1/3? I'm in tears. Finally, we no longer have to cater to the whims of the old guard. Domestic AI is rising. Pancher is remarkable. Huawei is extraordinary. Zhaichuanzi is phenomenal. This is true technological self-reliance. Free Zhaichuanzi model? What kind of miraculous company is this? It's astonishing. Just yesterday, they were mocking us for being 5 to 10 years behind. Now they're on the move? Friends, let us not just talk. Let us show our support. Are there any relevant stocks? This bodes well for domestic servers, operating systems, databases. The entire industry chain is set to soar. The fervor of netizens spread like wildfire, quickly transcending the digital realm into reality. The most direct manifestation occurred on the following day in the Chinese A-share market. Sectors related to AI, chips, domestic software, and cloud computing surged collectively, with multiple stocks hitting their upper limits almost immediately, creating a spectacular wave of gains. The entire tech sector was ablaze with activity, as funds poured in and investor sentiment soared to unprecedented heights, as if witnessing the dawn of a new era for China's technology industry breaking through barriers. However, across the ocean, a starkly different scene unfolded. Panic gripped Wall Street. As every detail of the Pancher Technology press conference was scrutinized by traders and analysts, leading to a singular conclusion: a disruptive force from China has arrived. NVIDIA's stock plummeted in pre-market trading and continued its descent after the opening, with losses exceeding 20 at one point. In just over a day, the market capitalization of this AI chip giant evaporated by more than 200 billion, a figure comparable to the GDP of a medium-sized nation, illustrating the profound impact of this shift. But this is merely the beginning. The stock prices of American tech titans such as Google, Microsoft, AMD, and Meta also suffered significant declines. Investors are increasingly concerned that Pancher Technology's low-cost, high-performance chips and free models will irrevocably alter the competitive landscape of the global AI market, severely undermining the high-profit business models that American tech companies rely upon. The American tech sector is in turmoil, with cumulative market value losses reaching an astonishing $1 trillion in a short span. The market's dramatic response has rapidly drawn the keen attention of mainstream Western media. The esteemed magazine, The Economist, known for its elite perspective and at times tinged with a hint of arrogance and bias towards China, has remarkably published a stern cover article. The title boldly proclaims, "The Dragon Awakens. U.S.-China AI competition turns white-hot as American dominance faces its gravest challenge." The article meticulously analyzes the technical details and potential ramifications of the ROC Technology press conference, acknowledges the prior underestimation of China's speed and determination in the AI chip sector, and warns that the collaboration between ROC Technology and Huawei, along with its disruptive pricing strategy, could fundamentally undermine the long-established leadership of the United States in the global AI arena. Chapter 391. Autonomous driving. 2 weeks later, in the depths of the city, the scorching sun casts its brilliance upon the expansive asphalt roads, with the air infused with the unique humidity and vitality of the South. A heavily camouflaged SUV quietly rests beside the exit of a Huawei research facility. This is the engineering test vehicle of the Wanji M9, an intelligent driving flagship born from the profound collaboration between Panstone Technology and Huawei, equipped with the latest Xiao Tuanzi large model and the soaring AI chip. Inside the vehicle, Su Yang occupies the front passenger seat, while two senior engineers from Huawei's Intelligent Automotive Solutions BU sit in the rear. Their laptops display real-time data from the vehicle's various sensors and decision-making information streams. Although a safety officer is present, the steering wheel is presently devoid of a driver, entirely under the system's control. Xiao Yi. The central control screen illuminates, revealing a lively virtual figure that speaks in a crisp, gentle female voice. I am here. How may I assist you? Navigate to the talent park in the city, selecting a route that offers the best traffic conditions and various urban road scenarios, Su Yang commands. Understood. I have planned 3 routes for you. Taking into account real-time traffic conditions, the number of traffic lights, and the ratio of expressways to urban roads. I recommend Route 1, which is estimated to take 35 minutes, passing through Kiyuan South Road and Binhai Avenue. Xiaoyi responds promptly, displaying a clear map and key information on the central screen. I'll go with Route 1, Su Yang confirms. Received. The route is set. We shall depart shortly. Please fasten your seatbelt. The vehicle starts, the steering wheel turns automatically, and it glides out of the factory gate, merging into the incessant flow of city traffic. As the M9 navigates the multi-lane urban expressway, it exhibits the finesse of an experienced driver. It follows the stream of vehicles with unhurried grace while continuously scanning the surrounding environment. When slower vehicles come into view, the system assesses the conditions for overtaking, decisively signals, accelerates smoothly, changes lanes, surpasses, and reverts to its original lane, executing the entire process seamlessly, with hardly a hint of interruption. It successfully overtakes several cars in succession. In a neighboring lane, a middle-aged male driver in a white BMW 5 Series, wearing sunglasses, idly follows the traffic flow. Habitually, he glances at the oddly shaped, camouflaged test vehicle. He instinctively looks towards the driver's seat and notices no one is there. Perhaps the glaring sunlight is playing tricks on his eyes. After traveling a short distance, the traffic light ahead turns red. The M9 anticipates this and smoothly decelerates, stopping behind the designated line. Coincidentally, the white BMW pulls up alongside the M9, coming to a gentle halt. This time, with the 2 vehicles side by side, the distance is closer, and the light angle is just right. While waiting for the red light, the BMW driver turns his head again, curiosity piqued by this peculiar vehicle. This time, he sees clearly. There is indeed no one in the driver's seat. Wow. The BMW driver's sunglasses slide down his nose as his eyes widen in disbelief, mouth agape. Is it really without a driver? What kind of car is this? Has autonomous driving advanced so remarkably? Almost simultaneously with the astonished BMW driver, a thunderous roar of a motorcycle approached from the distance. A striking black heavy motorcycle came to a halt in the right lane of M9, waiting for the red light. The rider, a young man clad in a black leather jacket and donning a full-face helmet, lifted the visor to reveal a youthful and inquisitive visage. Equally captivated, the young man's gaze was drawn to the distinctive camouflaged vehicle, particularly when he noticed the vacant driver's seat. Goodness! He couldn't help but exclaim, his eyes widening in disbelief. There's no one in there. Chapter 392. M9 Road Test. As the traffic light transitioned from red to green, almost simultaneously, the camouflaged M9 surged forward without a hint of delay or hesitation, as if orchestrated with precision. It glided smoothly and swiftly through the intersection. Incredible! Exclaimed a young motorcyclist beside it. With a sudden twist of the throttle, he accelerated, deliberately keeping pace with the M9. Tilting his head, he gazed through his helmet's visor. Almost greedily focused on the driver's seat, empty. The vehicle navigated effortlessly through the flow of traffic, seemingly guided by an invisible yet exceptionally skilled driver. Meanwhile, a white BMW followed closely behind. The BMW driver, equally intrigued, rolled down his window. Look! He excitedly called to his female passenger. What is it? She replied, absorbed in her phone, before glancing in the direction indicated by her husband. The next moment, upon seeing the vacant driver's seat in the adjacent vehicle, her eyes widened in astonishment. Oh my! How is there no one driving? Autonomous driving! Exclaimed the BMW driver, his expression akin to that of a discoverer unveiling a new world. Wow! It's truly self-driving. His companion marveled. Just then, a construction area appeared on the right side of the road, demarcated by orange cones, with a clear yellow sign stating, construction ahead. Please reduce speed and change lanes to the left. Inside the M9, Su Yang's gaze shifted to the central display. The intelligent driving system had already recognized the construction zone ahead, accurately identifying the cones and the construction signs. Construction area detected ahead. The vehicle will change lanes shortly. Please exercise caution, the voice of the onboard AI, Xiaoyi, announced. The M9 smoothly decelerated and seamlessly merged to the right, avoiding the construction zone. The entire maneuver executed as fluidly as if by a seasoned driver. Wow! Incredible! The BMW driver could not suppress his admiration once again. Honey, what brand of car is this? It's astonishing. His female passenger inquired. I'm not sure. Judging by the disguise, it must be a new model yet to be released. Can you believe the level of autonomous driving in domestic cars nowadays? The BMW driver marveled. They continued to follow the M9 for a while until they reached the next intersection requiring a right turn, where they reluctantly parted ways with the M9. Inside the M9, Soo-young glanced at the real-time driving data scrolling on the dashboard. Since emerging from the research institute, we have successfully traversed over 10 kilometers of autonomous driving, navigating through a myriad of intricate scenarios including urban thoroughfares, traffic signal intersections, merging traffic, overtaking maneuvers, and circumventing construction zones, all without any human intervention. The system has consistently demonstrated stability, precision in decision-making, and fluid control throughout the journey. Indeed, having covered more than 10 kilometers with zero manual takeover is an impressive feat. Soo-young nodded in satisfaction, a smile gracing his face. A Huawei engineer in the back seat also displayed a look of delight, observing the data stream on his laptop, and remarked, "Indeed, Mr. Su, this advanced driving system, based on the little dumpling model Anasen chip, has outperformed our laboratory simulations on actual urban roads, showing remarkable stability. Notably, the enhancements in perception fusion and regulatory control algorithms have significantly improved the handling of complex, long-tail scenarios, achieving an exceptionally high level of precision in both decision-making and control." Chapter 393. Encountering the uncanny in broad daylight. As the vehicle approached the bustling heart of the city, a prominent shopping center entrance came into view, the renowned Mixi Mall, a landmark of the Shenzhen metropolis. "Xiao Yi, please pause the vehicle at the entrance of Mixi Mall ahead," Soo-young instructed. "Understood," searching for a suitable temporary parking spot, Xiao Yi replied, while the screen displayed the vehicle scanning the surroundings for available parking options. Before long, the M9 signaled smoothly and transitioned from the main thoroughfare into the surface-level temporary parking area of the mall. A security guard, clad in a blue uniform and possessing a sun-kissed complexion, stood near the entrance of the parking lot. Upon noticing the camouflaged vehicle's arrival, he instinctively raised his fluorescent baton, gesturing towards an unoccupied parking space not far from him. This way, the security guard called out. The disguised M9 obediently maneuvered toward the direction indicated by the guard, halting at an angle and distance perfect for backing into the space. However, just as the guard anticipated the vehicle would begin reversing, it came to a standstill. The front passenger door swung open, and Soo-young alighted. "Hey, wait," the guard shouted. Realizing the vehicle had not parked correctly, Soo-young turned back, offered a smile, and continued toward the mall without further acknowledgement. "What a character," the guard began to remark, but then an astonishing scene unfolded before his eyes. Suddenly, the car illuminated its reverse lights, and the steering wheel began to turn silently on its own. Remarkably, the vehicle began to reverse with precision, adjusting its trajectory flawlessly, ultimately positioning itself perfectly in the center of the parking space, with equal spacing on all sides, an execution more adept than that of many seasoned drivers. The guard stood agape, nearly dropping his fluorescent baton. Rubbing his eyes in disbelief, he peered into the driver's seat, empty, confirming the absence of a driver. What is happening?" he stammered, circling the vehicle, leaning closer to inspect the glass. There were passengers in the back, yet no one was at the helm of the steering wheel. This car can park itself?" The guard felt his worldview shift, muttering in astonishment. Approximately 10 minutes later, Soo-young emerged from the elevator of the shopping center, a small shopping bag in hand. The security guard remained stationed beside the extraordinary vehicle. Upon seeing Soo-young approaching, curiosity got the better of him. "Sir, does your car park itself?" he inquired, unable to contain his fascination. Noticing the guard's astonished expression, Soo-young nodded with a smile. "Indeed, it does." As he spoke, Soo-young made his way to the front passenger door, opened it, and took a seat inside. It was then that the guard realized this individual was not the driver. The vehicle had operated entirely on its own upon entry. Before he could fully process this revelation, the car automatically ignited, the steering wheel resumed its autonomous motion, guiding itself out of the parking space. It then activated its turn signal and merged into the lane, heading towards the exit. The security guard stood rooted to the spot, utterly bewildered. "My goodness, this is artificial intelligence." The guard was astounded. He had perused short videos and encountered news regarding autonomous and driverless vehicles, yet he always perceived them as distant and fantastical concepts. To his astonishment, here it was, manifesting right before his eyes. This was indeed an eye-opening experience. Chapter 394. The exposure of the test vehicle. The test vehicle traversed its designated route for approximately half an hour, navigating the gradually congested city streets before the evening rush, passing through dimly lit tunnels, and engaging in the intricate maneuvering required at various left-turn waiting areas. Ultimately, it returned smoothly to the Huawei Research Institute premises without any human intervention. As the M9 came to a steady halt at the original departure point, automatically shifting into park and shutting off, the two engineers from Huawei in the back seat simultaneously exhaled deeply, their faces radiating an uncontrollable excitement. Mr. Su, the data is flawless. One of the engineers quickly reviewed the final report on his laptop. The vehicle had completed a full 60 kilometers of autonomous driving, encompassing all the typical complex urban scenarios we had predefined. The average response speed, decision-making success rate, and driving smoothness all exceeded our highest expectations. Especially, another engineer added, the perception fusion algorithm based on the Little Dumpling model performed exceptionally well amidst the mixed pedestrian and vehicle flow at the entrance of Wanxiang City and the strong light interference at the tunnel exit. It was nothing short of textbook quality. Su Yang's smile grew even brighter. He had personally experienced the entire journey, from the moment the vehicle started until it parked. Every decision, acceleration and deceleration, in turn flowed seamlessly, efficient and safe, yet imbued with a sense of personification that almost eliminated the mechanical, stilted feel typical of traditional autonomous driving. Very well, Su Yang nodded in satisfaction, delivering his final assessment. This road test has thoroughly demonstrated that our intelligent driving system has fully reached the L3 standard. And in certain scenarios, it even shows potential to challenge L4. The engineering prowess of Huawei combined with the robust AI algorithms has proven remarkably successful. Just as Su Yang and the engineers were conversing, a video of approximately 20 seconds featuring the M9 test vehicle surfaced online. The title was sensational, shocking. A driverless ghost car spotted on the streets of Shenzhen, driving and parking itself. The video depicted the entire process of the M9's disguised vehicle automatically reversing into its parking space from the perspective of a security guard. Although the cameraman's hands trembled, the crucial visuals, the empty driver's seat, the autonomously rotating steering wheel, and the smooth, precise reversing action were captured clearly. Initially, the video sparked mere curiosity within a small circle. Is it real? The special effects are impressive. Is it staged? Is someone hiding under the steering wheel? It doesn't look fake. What brand is this car? However, as the video garnered more views, particularly after being shared by various automotive enthusiasts and tech bloggers, the discussion intensified rapidly. Soon after, others unearthed additional clips of what appeared to be the same disguised vehicle in motion, with the driver's seat similarly unoccupied. Speculation regarding this mysterious disguised vehicle surged. The outline resembles the Wenjie M9, but hasn't the M9 already been released? It must be a new model. This disguise clearly hasn't been unveiled yet. Could it be Huawei's big surprise? Is ADS 3.0 on the horizon? I surmise it to be a test vehicle of the Neo ET9. Has Tesla's domestic version of FSD finally come to fruition? Various conjectures abound, igniting discussions on topics such as mysterious camouflaged vehicle, real-life autonomous driving, and whose autonomous driving is so impressive. Swiftly ascending the trending lists across major platforms like Weibo, Douyin, and Bilibili. Chapter 395. M9 Network Exposure amidst the fervent discussions and analyses erupting across the internet. A highly influential automotive critic, an esteemed veteran in the automotive realm with millions of followers, unexpectedly unveiled an exclusive revelation. Brothers, stop speculating. The much-discussed driverless camouflaged vehicle spotted today in the deep market is, in fact, the result of a profound collaboration between Huawei and Pancher Technology, set to launch a brand new flagship model. The internal codename may well be the fabled next-generation Wenjie M9. Most crucially, it is equipped with nothing less than the groundbreaking ADS Advanced Intelligent Driving System, profoundly empowered by the recently revolutionary AI model, Xiaotuanzi. No wonder its performance is so astonishing. The ceiling of domestic intelligent driving may truly be shattered. This announcement landed like a boulder in a boiling pot of oil, instantly stirring up a tempestuous wave. What? Huawei and Pancher, the creators of the super AI chip and the free large model. Xiaotuanzi's model is on board? Incredible. No wonder it's so formidable. It turns out to be a power-packed combination. Is the national team of autonomous driving finally ready to overturn the table? Must buy? When is it launching? When will it be unveiled? What initially began as mere curiosity and discussion surrounding a mysterious test vehicle swiftly escalated into a phenomenon of unparalleled attention across the internet, fueled by the keywords Huawei, Pancher Technology, and Xiaotuanzi's model. The tech sector, automotive industry, financial circles, and countless ordinary netizens were all ignited by this news. As Su Yang returned to his hotel suite, having enjoyed a refreshing shower and donned casual attire, ready to unwind, his phone buzzed incessantly with push notifications. He casually picked up his phone to unlock it, revealing headlines from leading tech media, automotive news platforms, and trending topics on social media. Mysterious driverless cars spotted on the streets of the deep market, operating without a driver. Exclusive disclosure. Huawei partners with Pancher Technology to unveil a secret weapon, equipped with Xiaotuanzi's model. Excitement brews. Is domestic autonomous driving on the brink of a revolution? The mysterious camouflaged vehicle sparks a nationwide spectacle, The topic of Xiao Tuanzi's model on board soared to the top of the trending list. Su Yang clicked on several posts, swiftly scanning the captured video snippets, M9 overtaking smoothly, waiting at intersections, and the dazzling display of automatic parking at the entrance of Wanxiang City, alongside the explosive comments and various speculations from netizens in the comment section. Observing the online frenzy, Su Yang couldn't help but smile. This unexpected wave of free publicity seemed to yield results far exceeding his expectations. Just then, his personal assistant's call came through. Mr. Su, I have just received a call from the office of the chairman of the Jew factory. The assistant's voice was laced with a hint of excitement, as Mr. Ren expressed that in celebration of the successful completion of the M9 road test, and as a gesture of gratitude for your presence, he has arranged a private dinner this evening and would be honored if you could attend. Oh, an invitation from Mr. Ren himself? Su Yang felt a slight surprise. Yet it was within reason. Very well, please convey my response. I shall certainly arrive on time. Chapter 396. A conversation with the tycoon, the esteemed Mr. Ren is the founder of the Jew factory, a figure regarded as legendary within the realms of business both in Longhua and worldwide. It was evening, and within the confines of an exclusive hotel suite in the deep market, characterized by its tranquil ambience and stringent security, Su Yang arrived a few minutes early. As the attendant guided him to his seat, the door to the suite swung open, revealing an elderly gentleman, spirited and with profound eyes, yet adorned with a gentle smile. Flanked by several aides, this was none other than the helmsman of the Jew factory, a frequent subject of news reports and business lore. Good evening, Mr. Ren. Su Yang promptly stood up, hastening towards him and extending his hands in respectful greeting. Hello, Mr. Su. The elder grasped Su Yang's hands firmly, appraising him with evident admiration. Ah, truly a promising youth. We have all witnessed the remarkable achievements of Pancher technology. Impressive indeed. You flatter me, Mr. Ren. Su Yang responded with humility, his tone sincere. It is an immense honor to meet you. To be candid, I have always held you in high regard as an entrepreneur and a role model. Under your leadership, the Jew factory has persevered against substantial external pressures, standing resilient and becoming a beacon of self-reliance in Longhua's technological landscape. That is truly extraordinary. Su Yang's words were heartfelt. In his eyes, this venerable man and the Jew factory he had built had, almost single-handedly, withstood the extreme suppression from superpowers, showcasing resilience and strategic foresight worthy of historical record. If Longhua could cultivate more enterprises like the Jew factory, there would be no doubt about its genuine rise. Ha ha ha, it is all a result of being compelled. The elder chuckled heartily, patting Su Yang on the arm. Come, Mr. Su, please take a seat. With the host and guest now comfortably seated, a brief exchange of pleasantries ensued before the attendant began serving the dishes. The elder raised his teacup in a gesture of camaraderie, substituting tea for wine. Mr. Su, first and foremost, I must congratulate you on our M9. Today's road test was exceedingly successful. This accomplishment owes much to the leading AI technology support from Pancher Technology, particularly the formidable capabilities of the Little Dumpling model. Let us toast to this successful collaboration. Thank you, Mr. Ren. I also extend my congratulations to the Jew factory for possessing such robust engineering capabilities and platforms. Su Yang raised his teacup in kind. It is a privilege for Pancher Technology to collaborate with such a remarkable company. Cheers. Their eyes met in mutual appreciation, and the atmosphere was decidedly harmonious. As the tea was replenished and the dishes savored, the conversation naturally deepened. Mr. Su, the elder set down his teacup, his gaze turning contemplative. You are well aware of the current external circumstances. The Americans remain relentless in their ambitions against us, erecting barriers in the high-tech sector. They aim to suffocate us with restrictions on chips, advanced processes, and even some fundamental software. Su Yang nodded, his expression grave. Indeed, this extreme pressure presents an unprecedented challenge for all our technology enterprises. Yet, it is precisely this pressure that compels us to pursue a path of independent innovation. There is no retreat. Well said. There is no retreat. A glimmer of sharpness flashed in the elder's eyes. Therefore, especially in times like these, our technology enterprises must intensify collaboration, unite for mutual support, and even forge a more formidable synergy. In the realm of artificial intelligence, the future's pivotal battleground, Pancher Technology possesses world-class algorithms and advanced model capabilities, while Jew Factory boasts profound expertise in hardware, platforms, and engineering. I believe that our partnership should not only persist, but also deepen and broaden significantly. Chapter 397. Dialogue Among Giants. Continued. These words resonated deeply with Su Yang. Although Pancher Technology has made significant breakthroughs in large models and AI chip design, the establishment of a robust industrial ecosystem is inextricably linked to giants like Huawei, which possess a profound hardware foundation, a vast user base, and formidable engineering capabilities. Mr. Ren spoke the truth. Su Yang's gaze sharpened, filled with a strong sense of resonance. Artificial intelligence is undeniably the pinnacle of future technological competition. In the face of a global competitive landscape and unfriendly external blockades, it is indeed challenging to forge ahead alone. Pancher Technology is not only willing but also eager to engage in profound strategic cooperation with trustworthy partners like Huawei, collaborating on AI chip optimization, continuous iteration of large models, implementation in vertical fields, and even deeper integration with operating systems, all aimed at cultivating our nation's core competitiveness in artificial intelligence and reclaiming our agency. Excellent. After listening, the elder's face broke into a genuine smile of satisfaction, nodding repeatedly. With such words from Mr. Su, I feel reassured. Together, our two companies will surely carve out new horizons in the realm of AI. The atmosphere grew even more animated. Subsequently, the elder shifted the conversation, his expression lightening with a hint of jest. By the way, Mr. Su, have you seen the buzz online today? Our M9 hasn't even been officially launched yet, and it's already become a celebrity ahead of time. Haha, Su Yang couldn't help but chuckle. Indeed, I noticed. It's quite an unexpected delight. It seems that the anticipation for truly effective and reliable intelligent driving is genuinely high. He understood that while this surge of attention had an element of surprise, it also indirectly validated the allure of the small group's large model and Huawei's brand influence. Indeed, the market's enthusiastic response instills us with even greater confidence. The elder turned his gaze towards Su Yang, imbued with a sense of inquiry and anticipation. Given this, Mr. Su, do you think we might consider advancing our previously scheduled launch plan? Su Yang immediately grasped the implication. This was precisely the rhythm he hoped to see. He responded without hesitation. Mr. Ren, we have conducted a swift internal assessment. Based on today's road test performance, the overall completion of the vehicle is remarkably high, with all key testing metrics exceeding initial expectations. Pancher Technology stands ready to fully support Huawei's pace, with technical support and software adaptations already in place. Very well. A decisive gleam flashed in the elder's eyes as he proclaimed, time waits for no one. Since everything is in readiness and the market is so eager, let us not delay. Let us schedule the official launch event for the end of this month, unveiling our next-generation Winnie M9 to the market, to the consumers, and to those who wish to see us falter, so they may witness the heights of our own intelligent driving technology. Agreed. At the end of this month, Su Yang's eyes lit up, invigorated, as he raised his teacup once more with the elder. The crisp sound of their clinking cups echoed within the private room. This harmonious and profoundly significant dinner not only further solidified the strategic mutual trust between rock-solid technology and Huawei, but also delineated a deeper and broader direction for strategic collaboration in the realm of artificial intelligence. Moreover, it was on this occasion that they decisively scheduled the market launch of the flagship new vehicle, the Winji M9, equipped with the Zaichuanzi large model, which carries the aspirations of both parties, set for the end of this month. Chapter 398. Trending across the internet as he departed from the hotel where he dined with Mr. Run, the night had deepened, and the resplendent neon lights of the city shimmered like flowing ribbons, swiftly receding beyond the car window. Upon returning to his suite at the hotel, the clock had already struck past 9 in the evening. Su Yang removed his somewhat formal jacket, casually draping it over the armrest of the sofa, and proceeded directly into the bathroom. He turned on the shower, allowing the warm water to cascade down from above, washing away the fatigue of the day's journey. Yet, amidst the enveloping steam, his thoughts were anything but relaxed. Rather, they were remarkably clear and invigorated by the day's tests and the evening's discussions. The meeting with Mr. Ren had unfolded even more smoothly and profoundly than he had anticipated. The two parties not only reached a consensus on furthering the collaboration between Pancher Technology and Huawei in the realm of artificial intelligence, but more importantly, the early launch of the flagship M9 model was now a certainty. All of this signified that Pancher Technology's core innovations were rapidly transforming into tangible, formidable product capabilities, beginning to genuinely influence and reshape the existing industry landscape. After finishing his shower and donning a comfortable, soft silk pajama set, Su Yang did not immediately choose to rest. Instead, he approached the bedside, comfortably reclining on the expansive and plush bed, and reached for his smartphone from the nightstand. Unlocking the screen, he habitually opened Weibo, Bilibili, and several mainstream technology news applications. As he had anticipated, the discussions surrounding the enigmatic M9 test vehicle and the collaboration between Huawei and Pancher Technology continued to blaze across major platforms, dominating the headlines in both the technology and automotive sections. The fervor surrounding it had only intensified over the course of the afternoon and evening, showing no signs of waning. Rather, it seemed to be escalating. Huawei Pancher joined forces to create M9 little model tested in real conditions. Domestic autonomous driving ceiling is here. Expectations sky high. M9 to launch at month end, each striking hashtag sparkled like neon lights, each accompanied by tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of shares and comments. Su Yang scrolled up the screen with keen interest, perusing the myriad of netizens' colorful remarks. Wow, wow, wow. Important things must be repeated thrice. I've watched that automatic parking video in the garage no less than 10 times. It's unbelievably smooth. It parks better than I do with my decade of driving experience. The ADS from Ju Factory was already formidable, and now combined with Panshur Technology's extraordinary little model? What a divine combination. It's simply a game changer. How will other new forces compete? Finally, we've got a national team-level giant stepping in to educate the market. This is true leadership. Brands that merely boast and exploit can take a back seat. Panshur Technology is incredible. Huawei is remarkable. Enough said, let us get this launched. My wallet is already eager and thirsty. As long as the product is robust, the price is not an issue. Launching at the end of the month? Could we be more ambitious? How about releasing it tomorrow? I can hardly wait to see the expressions of those joint venture brands and Tesla. I am so looking forward to it. I hope the price can be a touch more reasonable, allowing us hardworking individuals to experience the pinnacle of domestic intelligent driving. I am already eagerly anticipating the release event at the end of the month, hoping for a wealth of technical details regarding the application of the little dumpling model in driving scenarios. I am curious to discover how it achieves such remarkable intelligence. The comments rolling across the screen are predominantly filled with awe, admiration, and an overwhelming sense of anticipation. Although there are a few skeptical remarks questioning the authenticity or suggesting we wait until actual delivery to judge, the overall sentiment is overwhelmingly positive and optimistic. This immense wave of enthusiasm, spontaneously generated by countless ordinary netizens, undoubtedly builds an immeasurable level of market attention and potential purchasing momentum for the upcoming official launch of the M9. Chapter 399. The highly anticipated launch event. As he gazed at the tide of favorable reviews and eager anticipation flooding the internet, Su Yang could not help but smile faintly. Indeed, he, along with millions of online users, was filled with immense expectation for the M9's official release and the awe and delight it would bring to all. This was not merely a vehicle. It represented a significant implementation of rock-solid technology's philosophy of democratizing AI technology, a crucial element in the grand vision he held in his heart. With this anticipation and the fatigue from a night of travel, Su Yang succumbed to a deep slumber, enveloped in the glow of the screen. Days turned into weeks, the cicada songs outside grew sparse, and the essence of autumn began to permeate the air. Before long, a fortnight had swiftly passed. On that weekend afternoon at 3 o'clock, digital technology influencer Zhang Shuai, known as tech geek Xiao Shuai, lounged languidly in his gaming chair, scrolling through Douyin. Just as he was enjoying the lively performances of various young women on the screen, a striking notification suddenly appeared. Major announcement, redefining future mobility. In collaboration with Huawei, rock-solid technology proudly presents the new Wenjie M9 smart flagship, set to be unveiled at a global launch event on X month X day. Stay tuned. The background music of the video was exhilarating, showcasing the M9 gliding smoothly through the city and close-ups of its high-tech interior, culminating with the logos of Huawei and rock-solid technology side by side. Startled, Zhang Shuai nearly leaped from his seat. He suddenly recalled the mysterious M9 road test event that had swept across the internet 2 weeks prior, along with the myriad of rumors that followed. It's finally happening, he murmured to himself, his heart racing. As a technology blogger, he understood the significance of this launch event. This was not merely a new car from Huawei. It marked the inaugural official introduction of rock-solid technology's AI prowess applied to automotive products. He quickly exited Douyin, rummaged through his contacts, and dialed a number saved under the name Car Circle influencer Old Li. Hello, Old Li. Are you busy? I need to ask you something. Zhang Shuai blurted out as soon as the call connected. Xiao Shuai, what's got you so worked up? Came the cheerful, slightly hoarse voice from the other end. The M9. The Wenjie M9. The one from Huawei and rock-solid technology. Do you have any leads on the launch invitation? I just saw the notification. It's happening next week. Zhang Shuai spoke with rapid urgency. Oh, that one. Old Li paused for a moment and chuckled. The news has just come out. But you have quite the nose for this. All right, I'll see what I can do. I have some connections in Huawei's marketing department, but I can't make any guarantees. There will certainly be a multitude of media and bloggers vying for attention this time. Thanks, my friend. If it works out, I owe you some skewers. Zhang Shuai felt a flicker of hope igniting within him. He knew Old Li had extensive connections in the automotive world. If he couldn't secure an invitation, his chances would be slim. After anxiously waiting for what felt like an eternity, just as Zhang Shuai was beginning to lose hope and was preparing to search for a live stream link online, Old Li's call returned. Got it. Old Li's voice was laced with mirth as he informed me that the electronic invitation had already been dispatched to my email. The organizers, quite considerate, had reserved a few spots for tech and digital bloggers, acknowledging the significant influence of Panstone technology. You, my friend, are indeed fortunate. How splendid. Oldly, you are like a brother to me. Zhang Shuai exclaimed with such excitement that he nearly leaped from his seat. He hurriedly opened his email. And there it was, a meticulously designed invitation from the Huawei Panstone Technology Committee for the global launch of the Wenjie M9, exuding a profound sense of technological allure. Chapter 400. A conference witnessing history almost simultaneously, numerous renowned automotive and technology media outlets, along with prominent social media influencers, received a weighty invitation. The industry, akin to keenly perceptive hounds, swiftly detected the unusual signals emanating from this event. This occasion marks not merely another pivotal strategy by Huawei in the realm of intelligent vehicles. It signifies the inaugural showcase of a profound collaborative effort between the illustrious ROC Technology, now a rising star in the global AI arena, and the time-honored tech titan, Huawei. A formidable alliance, brimming with intrigue. The conference is scheduled for next Wednesday, in Shenzhen. Early Tuesday morning, Zhang Shuai, wheeling his suitcase, shared a brief video on his social media account. Brothers, we are off. Destination, Shenzhen. Witness the birth of the pinnacle of domestic intelligent driving. Wenjie M9 launch here I come Huawei ROC join forces for greatness. In the video, he exuberantly displayed the electronic invitation against the backdrop of the airport's departure hall. The comments section flooded with envious messages from fans, clamoring for live updates from the scene. By noon, the plane landed smoothly at Shenzhen Baoan International Airport, and Zhang Shuai took a taxi directly to the hotel arranged by the organizers. The hotel room was spacious and bright. Upon entering, he was pleasantly surprised to find a small, exquisite gift box on the bedside table. Curiously, he opened it to discover a custom fast-charging power bank emblazoned with both the Huawei and ROC Technology logos, accompanied by a beautifully printed welcome letter and a detailed agenda for the conference. Wow, the organizers are quite thoughtful. Zhang Shuai quickly grabbed his phone to capture this delightful surprise, intending to include it in his subsequent vlog. After a brief respite and some equipment preparations, Zhang Shuai set off for the conference venue, noting that the hotel was merely a 10-minute walk from the Shenzhen International Convention and Exhibition Center, where the event was to be held. Upon arrival, the vast signage and the prominent display reading Global Launch of the Wenjie M9 greeted him. After presenting his invitation and identification, he smoothly passed through security and entered the main hall, where he found a considerable gathering of journalists and fellow influencers. Groups of attendees conversed in hushed tones, the air thick with excitement and anticipation. Zhang Shuai quickly integrated into the atmosphere, exchanging greetings with familiar bloggers and inquiring about any insider information. Hey, have you heard? The intelligent driving system for the M9 is said to be revolutionary. A bespectacled, seemingly seasoned automotive blogger whispered. In what way is it revolutionary? Someone nearby immediately questioned. I have a friend at ROC Technology, the bespectacled blogger continued mysteriously. He signed a confidentiality agreement, so I can't say much, but he dropped a few words. Incredibly impressive. Absolutely groundbreaking. It's supposedly based on their latest deep customization of a large model, outperforming all current market solutions. Is that for real? Is the remarkable model, personally trained by the esteemed Xiao Tuanzai, venturing into the realm of intelligent driving? Could it possibly surpass the Plus version? A collective gasp resonated through the crowd. With this revelation, Zhang Shuai and the assembled audience felt their anticipation surge to unprecedented heights. The prowess of the Xiao Tuanzai model from Panshur Technology was well understood by those within the realms of technology and the automotive industry. If the rumors hold true, this upcoming conference may indeed witness the making of history. Chapter 401. The arrival of the Titans as Zhang Shuai and several bloggers engaged in an animated discussion. Brimming with boundless imagination about the forthcoming M9, an unexpected commotion erupted at the entrance, swiftly followed by an uncontrollable wave of cheers and distinct shouts. It's President Jiang. President Yu has arrived too. Who is here? Zhang Shuai felt a stir in his heart and instinctively rose on his toes, peering over the heads of those in front to catch a glimpse of the entrance. There, surrounded by several staff members, two familiar figures were approaching side by side. Goodness! It's Jiang Yang. Zhang Shuai's eyes widened in astonishment, a surge of excitement flooding his mind. The founder of ROC Solid Technology, Jiang Yang, who had stirred up tremendous waves in the AI field and is revered by countless technology enthusiasts, was walking alongside the formidable leader of Huawei's terminal business, Yu Dong. It is indeed President Jiang and President Yu. Without a moment's hesitation, Zhang Shuai and the other self-media bloggers, who had also grasped the significance of the moment, surged towards the entrance like cats sensing a scent, raising their cameras and phones to focus on the two prominent figures. Zhang Shuai longed to rush forward, hoping to pose even a couple of questions or capture closer footage. Alas, he was a step too late. The reporters and enthusiastic fans were quicker, forming layers upon layers around the esteemed leaders, their flashes illuminating the scene like fireworks. Zhang Shuai pushed forward with all his might, but found himself unable to break through. Helplessly watching as Jiang Yang and Yu Dong, amidst the throng of admirers, smiled and waved before stepping into the VIP passage of the venue. Alas, how exhilarating! Zhang Shuai clicked his tongue in frustration, yet the thrill in his heart remained undiminished. The presence of these two titans undoubtedly signified that this highly anticipated launch event was about to commence. Sure enough, mere minutes later, the lights in the conference hall dimmed abruptly. The bustling crowd fell silent, their eyes riveted on the podium. The colossal LED screens on either side of the stage shimmered, eventually coalescing into a striking display of bold text, the questioning M9, Huawei rock solid technology jointly present. Following this, a spotlight illuminated the center of the stage, where a professionally attired MC, wearing a warm smile, stepped forward. Distinguished guests, esteemed media friends, and all viewers watching the live stream, good afternoon. The MC's voice resonated powerfully. Welcome to the global launch event of the groundbreaking questioning M9, jointly hosted by Huawei and Rock Solid Technology. Today, we shall witness the birth of an epic-making smart flagship. After a brief introduction, the MC elevated his tone. Now, let us extend the warmest applause as we welcome Mr. Yu Dong, Executive Director of Huawei, CEO of Terminal BG, and Chairman of the Smart Automotive Solutions BU, to the stage. As his words faded, thunderous applause and cheers erupted from the audience. As Yu Dong strides confidently onto the stage, greeting the audience with a wave, many fans below are filled with excitement, calling out his name. The camera subtly shifts to the backstage, where Jiang Yang adjusts his collar, maintaining a calm demeanor, yet his eyes betray a hint of anticipation. Meanwhile, Zhang Shuai in the audience has swiftly set up his phone stand, launching the live streaming application. Hello, dear friends, he announces. Tech enthusiast Xiao Shuai brings you live coverage from the launch event of the Wujia M9. Look, Mr. Yu has already taken the stage. Chapter 402, the technological monarch of automobiles. M9 His live stream's popularity soared rapidly, with the number of online viewers in the upper right corner of the screen instantly surpassing 50,000. While the barrage of comments flooded in, front row seat. M9, M9, M9. What about Pancher technology? Where is Mr. Jiang? On stage, Yu Dong took the microphone. His smile radiant. I am immensely grateful for your enthusiasm. Standing here today, I am exceedingly excited, for we are about to unveil the Wujia M9, which embodies Huawei's most advanced technological achievements in the realm of intelligent automobiles. However, more importantly, I am not alone in this endeavor today. Pausing for effect, Yu Dong raised his voice. We have invited a very esteemed friend, a partner who has made remarkable accomplishments in the field of artificial intelligence. Now, let us extend a warm welcome with thunderous applause for Mr. Jiang Yang, founder and CEO of Pancher Technology. The applause and cheers erupted like a tsunami, a wave of sound that seemed poised to lift the roof of the exhibition center. Countless flashes of light refocused, all eyes turning to the opposite side of the stage. Jiang Yang stepped forward with a steady gait, a composed smile gracing his face as he waved to the enthusiastic crowd below. The two titans of the Chinese technology sector met at the center of the stage, their hands clasped firmly together. Under the bright lights, this moment appeared frozen in time. These two leaders, representing the pinnacle of hardware and software, platforms and algorithms, stood together for a common purpose. Welcome, Mr. Jiang, Yu Dong exclaimed with a smile. Thank you, Mr. Yu, and I appreciate everyone's warmth, Jiang Yang replied. Standing side by side, Yu Dong spoke first. Today, we shall jointly unveil the enigmatic visage of the Wujia M9. He turned towards Jiang Yang, gesturing for him to proceed. Mr. Jiang, please. With a gentle wave of his hand, Jiang Yang replied, Mr. Yu, this is your stage. You go ahead. Yu Dong chuckled heartily, no longer deferring, and turned to the audience, his voice imbued with pride and anticipation. So, friends, let us now witness the new evolution of intelligent automobiles. I present to you the true star of today's event, the all-new Wujia M9. As Yu Dong's words faded, the massive LED screen behind him slowly slid apart, revealing a profound passageway. A futuristic engine sound reverberated, followed by a beam of light piercing into the depths of the corridor. An M9, shimmering with a deep, galaxy blue luminescence, gracefully emerged from the passageway, coming to a halt at the center of the stage. Its streamlined design, distinctive continuous daytime running lights accentuating its sharp front, concealed door handles, and floating roof, all details radiated a sense of technological sophistication and luxury. The paint glimmered under the lights, transforming into an enchanting sheen, akin to a meticulously crafted piece of art. Wow, this is stunning. The aesthetics are absolutely remarkable. In an instant, the venue erupted with a fervor of applause and cheers more resounding than ever before, as the sound of camera shutters echoed throughout the space, captivating all with the breathtaking aesthetics of the M9. However, amidst the admiration for the car's exquisite design, the keen-eyed journalists and bloggers in the front row suddenly voiced their bewilderment. Oh, it seems there is no one inside the vehicle. The driver's seat is vacant. Chapter 403, a masterpiece of technology and aesthetics. Zhang Shuai immediately noticed this detail and quickly zoomed the live broadcast camera in on the cockpit of the M9. Goodness. Brothers and sisters, did you see that? Did you see it? This M9. There is no one in the driver's seat. It drove itself here, entirely autonomously. In all the automobile launch events I have attended, this is undoubtedly the first time I have witnessed a vehicle capable of driving itself onto the stage. The live chat exploded. Is this real? A vehicle driving itself onto the stage? Incredible. What a grand opening. This technology is astounding. Truly, the collaboration between Pancher and Huawei has triumphed with such an impressive debut. Details. This is what a genuine smart car launch should embody. Countless exclamations and expressions of awe flooded Zhang Shuai's live screen. Applause erupted at the event, booming like thunder, each wave more fervent than the last. As if it might lift the entire exhibition center's dome. A myriad of flashes converged into a white sea, shimmering wildly. Amidst this fervent atmosphere, Yu Dong and Jiang Yang exchanged smiles, their eyes brimming with confidence in their collaborative masterpiece. As the applause gradually subsided, Yu Dong stepped forward, his voice resonant and infectious, to introduce the very essence of this vehicle. Friends, behold, this is the brand new Wenjie M9, into which we have poured countless efforts. Yu Dong proudly gestured towards the vehicle, which glowed beside him, revealing the design language we have named Kunpeng spreading wings. Every contour has undergone thousands of wind tunnel tests and aesthetic refinements, not only achieving an ultra-low drag coefficient, but also encapsulating our vision and pursuit of future mobility. Walking around the vehicle with the grace of an artist presenting his finest work, Yu Dong pointed to the M9's striking front end, showcasing our globally pioneering Pixel Smart headlights. Equipped with over 2.6 million micromirrors, they illuminate the path ahead while also serving as messengers of information. They can project a crosswalk onto the ground to yield to pedestrians, display directional arrows to adjacent vehicles when turning, and even, while you await your turn to park, present an outdoor movie. This is not merely a light. It is a language conversing with the world. The audience gasped in astonishment. Now, let us turn our attention to the interior. Yu Dong swung open the M9's frameless door, inviting the camera to peer inside. We have crafted a mobile home. A land-based first-class cabin. What you see is the entire vehicle enveloped in Nappa leather, adorned with white ash wood sourced from sustainable forests, complemented by a kilowatt-level 25-unit professional sound system co-tuned with DV-Lit, allowing you to indulge in a concert hall experience while inside. And behold our zero-gravity seats. Yu Dong emphasized, with a simple press. You can recline, combined with heating, ventilation, and massage functions, letting you completely unwind on your journey, as if you were floating on a cloud. Before us lies a seamless Harmony intelligent cockpit display, which integrates our most powerful Harmony 4.0 system. With the Internet of Everything, it operates with unparalleled fluidity. The vehicle transcends the notion of a mere island, becoming a seamless extension of your intelligent lifestyle. Chapter 404, Masterpieces of Technology and Aesthetics, continued. Yu Dong's introduction was imbued with passion and vigor, from design aesthetics to luxurious configurations. From the exhilarating acceleration performance that catapulted into the 3-second club to the remarkably extended range, every statistic and feature elicited waves of admiration from the audience. He skillfully painted a portrait of a robust, opulent, and technologically advanced entity. After concluding this exposition, he took a deep breath and shifted his focus towards Jiang Yang beside him. However, Yu Dong's voice took on a profound and resonant quality. No matter how formidable the exterior, without an intelligent soul, it remains merely a cold machine. Today, what the Wenjie M9 takes pride in is the unprecedented and formidable soul of wisdom that we have infused into it, courtesy of Pancher technology. Now, let us extend the warmest applause to invite the creator of this soul, Mr. Jiang Yang, to unveil the true core competitiveness of the M9. The applause thundered once more. Jiang Yang stepped to the center of the stage, halting at the spot where Yu Dong had just stood. In contrast to Yu Dong's fervent exuberance, his demeanor was calm and reserved, radiating the essence of a scholar. Thank you, Mr. Yu, and thank you all. Jiang Yang's voice resonated clearly throughout the venue via the microphone. While Mr. Yu has showcased the M9's formidable physique, I shall introduce its intellect, a new intelligent driving system. Profoundly empowered by Pancher Technology's Little Dumpling Omni model, which we have named Pancher ADS, Pancher Advanced Driving System. On the main screen behind him, the striking logo of Pancher ADS appeared alongside the charming cartoon image of Little Dumpling. Before we delve into its features, Allow me to pose a question. What sort of autonomous driving do we truly require? Zhang Yang's gaze swept across the audience. Do we need a novice driver who strictly adheres to rules, but frequently withdraws in the face of complex road conditions? Or do we desire a wise guide that, much like an experienced human driver, can not only see but also understand and anticipate? Traditional autonomous driving predominantly relies on high-precision maps and rule-based code libraries. It can tackle the questions presented in the question bank, but when confronted with beyond syllabus, intricate, and previously unseen long-tail scenarios, corner cases, it is prone to errors or withdrawal. For instance, at intersections with unclear markings, facing a sudden ghost head emerging from the roadside, or engaging in complex negotiations with opposing vehicles during a left turn without protection in congested areas. The crux of part5 ADS lies in cognitive intelligence. Rather than mere perceptual intelligence, Zhang Yang pressed a button on his remote, and a video commenced on the screen. Please observe. This is our test vehicle navigating through the most complex urban village routes in Shenzhen during the evening rush hour. In the scene, the road is narrow, flanked by an array of parked vehicles, while pedestrians and electric scooters weave through in a haphazard manner. The M9 glides smoothly amidst this chaos, deftly anticipating the abrupt crossings of pedestrians by decelerating gently rather than coming to a sudden halt. When confronted with oncoming vehicles encroaching upon its path, it behaves like a seasoned driver, subtly veering to the right to create ample space for maneuvering, ultimately facilitating a seamless passage. Chapter 405. Explosive News. How is it achieved? Zhang Yang's voice resonated as he spoke of the remarkable visual comprehension capabilities of the Little Dumpling Omni-model. It transcends the mere identification of isolated obstacles, instead grasping the dynamics of the scene. It can discern that the young man riding an electric bike is glancing around, possibly preparing to change lanes unexpectedly. It understands that the ball rolling from the child's hand by the roadside signifies that he may soon dart into the street. This common sense and predictive ability, cultivated from a vast array of real-world data, is unparalleled by traditional autonomous driving systems. The video continued to play, showcasing an unprotected left turn at an intersection bustling with oncoming traffic. The M9 did not recklessly surge forward, nor did it rigidly wait. Instead, it deftly identified a fleeting gap in the flow of vehicles, executing a decisive yet smooth maneuver. This exemplifies its understanding of dynamic traffic flow and its strategic capabilities. In the next scene, the vehicle entered a chaotic multi-lane roundabout devoid of traffic lights, with various vehicles intermingling. The M9 navigated with poise, yielding and weaving gracefully before ultimately exiting the roundabout with elegance. This illustrates its decision-making prowess amid complex regulations. The video concluded with a freeze frame of the M9 autonomously parking in an exceptionally narrow space, beset by a ground lock obstacle. The entire process was executed seamlessly and with remarkable precision. As the video ended, a profound silence enveloped the audience, all captivated by this textbook-level demonstration of intelligent driving. This was no mere auxiliary driving. It was an art form akin to the prowess of the world's finest drivers. Zhang Yang continued, revealing that this achievement is underpinned by our deep collaboration with Huawei in developing the hardware foundation. The M9 is equipped with Huawei's latest generation high-performance MDC computing platform, complemented by an array of LiDAR, millimeter-wave radar, and high-definition cameras strategically positioned throughout the vehicle. This provides the Little Dumpling model, the brain, with the most powerful senses and nervous system. He paused, surveying the audience, noting the expressions of astonishment and anticipation etched on their faces. He recognized that the moment of utmost significance had arrived. I understand that everyone is concerned about one pivotal question. After discussing so much, what level has our ROC ADS truly attained? He inhaled deeply, his tone becoming exceptionally grave. According to the definition by the Society of Automotive Engineers, SAE, autonomous driving is categorized into 6 levels, from L0 to L5. L2 represents assisted driving, where the driver remains perpetually responsible. In contrast, L3 denotes conditional automation, where under specific conditions, the vehicle can assume full responsibility for driving tasks, allowing the driver to liberate their hands and even divert their gaze from the road. Transitioning from L2 to L3 is not merely a simple quantitative change. It embodies a qualitative transformation in technology, responsibility, and regulation, a true chasm. Zhang Yang's voice echoed through the venue, each word resonating profoundly within every individual present. The atmosphere was so hushed that one could almost hear a pin drop, with all journalists holding their breath, fingers poised over their keyboards. Today, Zhang Yang's voice rose slightly, imbued with a solemnity that heralded a historic announcement. I shall now, from this very place, officially declare to the world. He deliberately paused for half a second, leaving everyone on the edge of their seats. The all-new Wenjie M9, equipped with the part5 ADS intelligent driving system, has achieved a remarkable milestone. He enunciated each word with precision, articulating the term that would ignite the atmosphere. Level 3 Autonomous Driving Capability. Chapter 406. Momentous release after a profound silence lasting 2 seconds. The entire exhibition center erupted in an overwhelming cacophony. It was not applause, nor was it cheers, but a colossal wave of sound emanating from countless individuals. A blend of astonishment, disbelief, euphoria, and inquiry. What? L3. Am I hearing this correctly? He mentioned L3. My heavens. The first car in the country officially announced to achieve L3. The journalists in attendance went into a frenzy, their fingers dancing across their laptops. The clattering of keyboards merging into a torrential downpour of sound. Breaking news, Huawei and Rock Solid jointly announced the launch of the Wenjie M9, officially declaring it equipped with an L3-level autonomous driving system. Breaking news, China's autonomous driving reaches a historic breakthrough. The Wenjie M9 becomes the first L3 intelligent vehicle. Countless news headlines were swiftly crafted within mere seconds, poised for dissemination. Automotive bloggers, utterly astonished, murmured to themselves, "This is madness, true madness. This is beyond the ceiling. It has shattered the very roof." Zhang Shuai, in the live broadcast studio, was so exhilarated that he could hardly articulate his thoughts. His eyes widened in disbelief as he shouted at the phone screen, "L3. Brothers, it's L3. Do you comprehend what this signifies? It means that on highways or specific urban routes, you can legally relax, binge-watch, chat, while the vehicle takes charge. This is a qualitative transformation. The dawn of a true autonomous driving era has been ushered in today by Rock Solid and Huawei. The entire venue was in a state of fervor. This earth-shattering announcement resonated like a deep-sea explosion, sending tidal waves through the sea of excitement in the auditorium. Amidst nearly half a minute of roaring voices, Zhang Yang stood quietly on stage, a knowing smile gracing his face. He did not speak. Instead, he slowly raised a hand, gesturing gently for silence. The cacophony subsided, and thousands of gazes refocused on him, awaiting his next words. Once the audience regained a semblance of quiet, Zhang Yang continued, "Thank you all. I can understand your excitement. However, I must provide a clear clarification." Zhang Yang's demeanor shifted to one of seriousness as he stated that when we say the Wenjie M9 possesses L3-level autonomous driving capabilities, we refer to our rock-solid ADS system, which, on a technical level, has fully achieved this standard. It has passed our internal rigorous trials, accumulating millions of kilometers of real-world testing and hundreds of millions of kilometers of simulation, demonstrating its robustness and reliability in completely taking over driving tasks within its designated operational design domain, ODD. However, Zhang Yang pivoted his tone, causing hearts to race once more. It is well known that the advancement of cutting-edge technology often outpaces corresponding regulations and policies. The commercial application of L3-level autonomous driving is not merely a test of technology. It is also a comprehensive upgrade concerning the delineation of legal responsibilities, traffic management, and societal ethical consensus. Today, we gather to announce a significant technological achievement, which more importantly signifies an attitude and determination. Zhang Yang's tone is sincere and resolute. Panshur Technology and Huawei are thoroughly prepared on a technical level. We eagerly anticipate and are willing to contribute all our technical expertise to actively cooperate with the relevant national authorities in expediting the establishment of legal regulations, industry standards, and commercial testing policies applicable to Level 3 autonomous driving. Our pursuit is to ensure that when this formidable technology is truly delivered to every user, it is not only advanced and reliable, but also entirely legal, compliant, and socially recognized. Chapter 407. Safety is the core technology. This statement not only demonstrates profound technological confidence, but also conveys a deep respect for regulations and a sense of social responsibility, prompting many seasoned media professionals present to nod in agreement. This is the caliber that top-tier technology enterprises should embody. Before we truly liberate our hands and eyes in the future, let us first discuss the cornerstone of all intelligent driving and luxurious experiences, a value that surpasses mere convenience and embodies a core essence more significant than mere intelligence. Zhang Yang emphasized each word, that is, safety. In the philosophies of rock-solid technology and Huawei, safety is not an optional consideration. It is the singular, uncompromising highest principle. True intelligence should foremost ensure safety. Today, I wish to discuss a function that is familiar to everyone, but has been redefined through our little dumpling large model, AB, or automatic emergency braking. Numerous vehicles on the market are equipped with AB, yet their performances vary significantly. During bright daylight, when confronted with slowly moving vehicles ahead, they may function adequately. However, how many AB systems can reliably respond in the dark of night, on obstructed curves, When faced with a suddenly crossing pedestrian or an emergency situation arising from a vehicle ahead at high speed, the rock-solid ADS endows AB with an unprecedented superbrain and a pair of keen eyes, capable of seeing further and clearer, anticipating dangers much like the most skilled human drivers. To substantiate this, let us turn our attention to the large screen. As Jiang Yang's words faded, the main screen behind him began to play a series of specially processed real-world test video clips. The first clip depicted a city street at dusk, under dim lighting. A bus had just pulled over, and the Wenjie M9 was passing it at a normal speed. At the very moment the front of the vehicle aligned with the rear of the bus, a delivery rider on an electric bike suddenly darted out from the bus's blind spot, crossing the road. A gasp escaped from the audience below. Yet, within mere tenths of a second of the rider's appearance, before the audience could fully process the scene, the M9 had already reacted. There was no screeching of tires. Instead, the vehicle executed an extraordinarily rapid and steady braking maneuver, halting just shy of half a meter from the electric bike. The video even captured a close-up of the delivery rider's startled face. Oh, the audience erupted in applause. In Zhang Shuai's live broadcast room, comments flooded in. Wow. Classic ghosting. This response speed is something humans could never achieve. A life was saved. The second clip transitioned to a nighttime highway, where light rain fell, rendering the road slick. The M9 was traversing its lane when, suddenly, approximately 100 meters ahead, a car abruptly braked for unknown reasons. Almost simultaneously as its brake lights illuminated, the M9's brake lights flickered on, flashing a rapid warning signal. The vehicle not only came to a steady halt, maintaining an absolute safe distance from the car ahead, but also proactively provided a warning to the vehicles behind. Splendid. A knowledgeable automotive blogger in the audience couldn't help but exclaim. This was not merely a stop, it was an exemplary strategic decision. Chapter 408. The iPhone moment of autonomous driving unfolds in China. The third segment, the most breathtaking of all, presents a scene at a complex national highway intersection. A massive truck, clearly overloaded with dirt, brazenly disregards the red light from the right side and attempts to make a left turn. Its colossal frame resembles a moving wall, abruptly cutting into the path of the M9. This moment evokes a deathly stare that would instill despair in even the most seasoned drivers. In this critical juncture, the M9 in the video executes a maneuver of near-miraculous precision. As it comes to a sudden halt, the steering wheel subtly adjusts to the right at an almost imperceptible speed, allowing the vehicle to shift several centimeters to the right just as it stops. This mere distance becomes the defining line between life and death. The truck's enormous tires screech to a halt, nearly grazing the front of the M9, with the closest proximity possibly less than the span of a fist. As the video concludes, the frame freezes at that heart-stopping moment. The audience is enveloped in an initial, profound silence, which is soon shattered by a spontaneous roar. Incredible. Instantly, these words spread like wildfire, igniting the entire venue. Applause, cheers, and whistles surge to create a resounding wave of sound. If L3 represents the poetry and promise of the future, then the AB demonstrated at this moment serves as a steadfast shield, safeguarding the present and preserving life. This palpable sense of security strikes deeper than any cold technical specifications. Witnessing the audience erupt in euphoric applause, Jiang Yang and Yu Dong's eyes meet in the air, both revealing an authentic smile born from the heart. They have succeeded. This launch event, laden with the hopes and efforts of both parties, has undeniably achieved monumental success at this moment. Yet, only the two of them understand that they have been somewhat conservative. Had they stood here today to announce that the Wenjie M9, equipped with the ROC ADS, has reached the threshold of L4, highly autonomous driving, in specific scenarios, or even that it is edging towards the ultimate goal of L5, fully autonomous driving, on a data level, the reaction from the audience might have been one of bewilderment and skepticism rather than fervor. At times, technology can advance too rapidly, making it difficult for people to believe due to its surpassing the realm of their understanding. As a disruptive new technology, the proliferation of autonomous driving necessitates a gradual process of recognition and acceptance within society. Taking too large a leap may lead to unnecessary panic and backlash. Even L3 is already a groundbreaking technology. It is worth noting that across the ocean, Tesla, hailed by countless individuals as the benchmark for autonomous driving, still grapples with L3. As its FSD, full self-driving, system remains firmly tethered to the L2 category in terms of legal and technical responsibilities, with no end in sight. Today, in the Dragon Kingdom, at the Shenzhen Stock Exchange, they have achieved it. The media reporters present have swiftly recovered from their profound astonishment, promptly disseminating a series of explosive news articles that set the internet ablaze. Sina Technology News. Disruptive. The official announcement of the Wenjie M9 featuring Level 3 autonomous driving. Dragon AI overtakes on a curve. Autohome headline. Redefining intelligent vehicles. In collaboration with Huawei, the M9 heralds the dawn of the future with Level 3 technology. Phoenix Finance Insight, a seismic shift in the trillion-dollar arena. The launch of the Wanjia M9 with Level 3 autonomous driving poses a formidable challenge to Tesla and NVIDIA. 36 Krona exclusive, not merely overturning the table, but reshaping the game. Jiang Yang confirms Level 3 as the iPhone moment for autonomous driving unfolds in China. Chapter 409. The entire network erupts in a corner of the venue. Technology influencer Zhang Shuai's face flushed with excitement as he maintained his live broadcast. Swiftly, he navigated through WeChat to contact a renowned figure in the domestic automotive media sphere, the meticulous and sharp-tongued blogger known as Chichuan Laowang. Zhang Shuai hastily typed a message, punctuated with 3 exclamation marks. Laowang. It's exploded. Completely exploded. M9 officially announces L3. Truly L3. Within mere seconds of sending the message, Laowang's reply arrived. Steeped in skepticism. Have you had too much to drink at the event? Even boasting requires a rough draft. L3. That is a fantasy. Companies are still grappling with L2 and encountering daily accidents. How can we talk about L3? Seeing the response, Zhang Shuai grew anxious and quickly typed back. Absolutely true. Jiang Yang said it himself. The technology has fully achieved this. Laowang's response came even faster, infused with the rational judgment of an industry veteran. Don't jest. How is this possible? The consensus in the industry is that achieving a reliable L3 within the next decade would be a monumental feat. This is undoubtedly a marketing gimmick. Mere wordplay. Understanding that mere words would not sway this obstinate skeptic, Zhang Shuai wasted no time and sent Laowang a video he had just recorded, showcasing the M9's extreme maneuver to avoid a construction vehicle. No more words, just watch. This is merely an appetizer. A few seconds later, the video was received. Laowang, who had been leisurely sipping tea in his studio in another city, instinctively clicked play upon viewing the footage, as he witnessed a massive construction truck barreling towards the M9, and the M9 executing an incredible, almost miraculous maneuver to evade it. He suddenly became alert. After the video concluded, he watched it again and replied to Zhang Shuai. The AB is indeed impressive. The response speed and strategy are remarkable. But this is a different matter from L3 and should not be conflated. Having sent the message, Laowang opened Douyin and searched for the live stream of the Huawei 80 M9 launch event. Meanwhile, in a modest rental apartment in Shanghai, programmer Xiao Li, just back from a late shift, was eating instant noodles while watching the live broadcast on his phone. When the video of the M9's extreme maneuver against the construction truck played, Xiao Li's eyes widened in disbelief. Wow. This is straight out of a sci-fi film. This AEB. No, this can't simply be called AEB. It's a Guardian system. Absolutely incredible. This is true AI. Setting aside his noodles, Xiao Li typed a comment in the live chat. Buy it out. No more talk. Saving up to buy it out. Domestic cars are phenomenal. Huawei is fantastic. However, alongside the praise, skepticism emerged. The live chat was peppered with sarcastic remarks. L3? Here we go again with the boasting. Let us get L2 sorted out first. Haha, another PowerPoint launch. The video must have been carefully curated. Will it perform like this in real-world conditions? I'll eat my keyboard. Dear critics, must you harbor such resentment? Is it truly so arduous to acknowledge the excellence of others? Why is it that the accomplishments of our domestic industry provoke such disdain? When Tesla unveils a minor feature, you exalt it to the heavens. Yet when we achieve level 3 autonomy, you dismiss it as a mere fabrication. Let us approach this matter with rationality and await the evaluations from third-party assessments and the reputation that follows large-scale deliveries. Nevertheless, this recent advancement in AB has indeed stirred my passion. Chapter 410. The automotive industry in turmoil. The realm of public opinion online is perpetually tumultuous and fragmented. Yet, regardless of belief, an undeniable fact emerges. The Wanjia M9 and the L3 level autonomous driving it signifies have become the unequivocal focal point of the Chinese internet at this moment. In the Mountain City, at the Global Research and Development Center of Chang'an Automobile, a sleek black executive sedan glides smoothly through the gates. In the rear seat, Zhou Zhenbang, chairman of Chang'an Automobile, who has just concluded a lengthy and tedious Western Economic Forum in Yuzhou, shuts his eyes to gather his thoughts while massaging his temples. As a leading figure in the domestic automotive industry, his presence at such gatherings is imperative. Buzz, his phone, resting on the armrest, vibrates. He opens his eyes to a message from his secretary. Chairman Zhou. Urgent news. Huawei has just announced at their press conference that the new Wanjia M9 is equipped with an L3-level autonomous driving system. L3? Zhou Zhenbang's brow furrows instantly. His first reaction, one of incredulity and disbelief. Absurd. He almost instinctively utters those two words. As a seasoned navigator in the automotive sector, he understands better than anyone the monumental chasm separating L2 from L3. It is not merely a peak of technological prowess. It encompasses hundreds of billions in research and development investments, intricate legal liabilities, and ethical dilemmas. All leading global automotive manufacturers and tech companies grapple with this challenge, some having opted for strategic retrenchment after encountering insurmountable obstacles. Now, Huawei and Panshur, the first vehicle from their collaboration, dares to claim it has achieved L3? This is profoundly inconsistent with the objective norms of industry progression. However, Zhou Xinbang's disdain lasts barely 3 seconds before being swiftly supplanted by a grave contemplation. For this time, the protagonists are Huawei and Panshur technology. One has, under extreme pressure, forged a path through sheer determination, redefining what constitutes an overwhelmingly advanced technological giant. The other has emerged disruptively, appending Silicon Valley with free large models and super AI chips, heralding a new era of AI dominance. The mere combination of these two names embodies a potential that defies logic. Xiao Lu, he intoned gravely to the secretary in the front seat. Project the live broadcast of Huawei's press conference onto the screen. Understood, Chairman Zhou. Soon, the rear entertainment screen in the vehicle illuminates. Transitioning to Zhang Yang explaining the AEB feature, swiftly followed by the heart-stopping video of the extreme maneuver to evade a dump truck. Zhou Xinbang leans slightly forward, his eyes fixated on the screen. As he witnesses the M9 deftly maneuvering to escape a seemingly inevitable disaster, the calmness of his pupils abruptly contracts. He falls silent. The air within the vehicle seems to congeal. The secretary and Xiao Lu dare not breathe, acutely aware of the immense pressure radiating from their chairman, a complex emotion woven from profound shock and a deep-seated sense of crisis. After a considerable time, Zhou Xinbang gradually leaned back in his chair, closing his eyes, yet his furrowed brow remained tense. He picked up his phone and, without the slightest hesitation, dialed a number. "Is this Lao Wang?" Once the call connected, his voice emerged deep and resonant. "Hello, Chairman Zhou," came a respectful response from the other end. Belonging to the head of the Intelligent Driving Research Institute at Chang'an Automobile. Chapter 411, L3 Autonomous Driving. A sensation across the internet. Put aside everything you are doing. Zhou Xinbang's tone brooked no dissent. Utilize every connection and exhaust every possible means. Before the official launch and delivery of the Wenjia M9, I must see a complete prototype stationed at our research institute's testing ground. There was a momentary pause on the other end of the phone, but the response came promptly. "Yes, Chairman Zhou, I will take care of it immediately." "Good." Before hanging up, Zhou Xinbang added in a voice that seemed to squeeze between his teeth, "I will personally lead the testing team. I need to witness for myself whether the L3 they announced is merely an industry marketing gimmick designed to break through the glass ceiling, or if it truly leaves all of us in the dust." Zhou Xinbang's sentiments were not unique. At this very moment, within the headquarters of Great Wall in Baoding, the BYD campus in Shenzhen, and the Geely office in Hangzhou, the executive circles of nearly all major domestic automobile manufacturers were thoroughly shaken by the L3 bombshell dropped at the Wenjia M9 launch event. In a startling display of unanimity, several high-ranking officials from domestic car manufacturers issued a singular command: spare no effort in acquiring a prototype of the M9 ahead of schedule. They were caught in disbelief, yet felt compelled to believe. In just a few hours, a single launch event had stirred the nerves of the entire Chinese automotive industry. At the event, when Zhang Yang and Yu Dong stood side by side to jointly announce the final price of the Wenjia M9 and declared the immediate commencement of online reservations, the atmosphere reached a new pinnacle. "This concludes our launch event. Thank you all for your attendance." As the host delivered the closing remarks, the stage lights brightened once more, signaling the triumphant end of an almost 3-hour-long event filled with an explosion of information. Applause erupted from the audience, resonating for an extended period. Almost immediately, the crowd surged forward. Guests, media reporters, and prominent influencers who had been seated transformed into enthusiastic fans, rushing towards the stage with a singular focus: Zhang Yang and Yu Dong, who had suddenly become the brightest stars of the evening, surrounded by an impenetrable throng. "Mr. Jiang, I am from XX Technology. May I take a photo with you?" "Mr. Yu, this is truly astonishing. You are leagues ahead." "Mr. Jiang, I am a devoted user of your Panshur technology. Could you please sign my copy?" Photo opportunities, handshakes, and autographs ensued as the venue morphed into a grand fan meet and greet. Zhang Shuai also maneuvered through the crowd, and with his agile form, he finally seized an opportunity to capture a photograph with Zhang Yang. This frenzy lasted over half an hour, and only after multiple interventions from security personnel was Zhang Yang able to escape, departing through the VIP passage. In the car returning to the hotel, Zhang Yang reclined in the plush seat and exhaled deeply. "Mr. Su, you have worked hard." The assistant in the passenger seat turned back, offering a bottle of water, his voice brimming with barely contained excitement. "The impact of the launch is nothing short of nuclear. It's the talk of the entire internet. Upon hearing this, Jiang Yang took out his phone. The trending topics across nearly all mainstream social media and information platforms, such as Weibo, Douyin, Bilibili, and Zhihu, have been thoroughly dominated by discussions surrounding the Wenjie M9. Wenjie M9 L3 level autonomous driving, a collaboration between Panstone and Huawei, is defining the future. M9AB Extreme Evasion has captivated the entire internet, showcasing the pinnacle of domestic automotive excellence. Chapter 412. The Emperor of Cars M9 surpasses 10,000. While the fervor surrounding the launch is palpable, it ultimately remains a mere clamor within the realm of public opinion. For any product, the true and most rigorous test lies in the consumer's willingness to part with their hard-earned money. Jiang Yang is acutely aware that the success of the press conference merely signifies the opening salvo. The subsequent reservation figures for the Wenjie M9, particularly the non-refundable deposits, will be the decisive factor in determining the outcome of this contest. Upon returning to his hotel suite, Jiang Yang opted against rest. He removed his suit jacket, draping it casually over the sofa, and approached the floor-to-ceiling window, gazing down at the vibrant metropolis gradually shrouded in the embrace of night. Time ticked away, and the air seemed thick with a palpable sense of anxious anticipation. Several times, Jiang Yang contemplated calling the liaison at Huawei responsible for data statistics. Yet he ultimately curbed the impulse. Turning away, he poured himself a cup of black coffee. Just as he settled onto the sofa with the steaming cup in hand, his phone screen illuminated, accompanied by a series of urgent rings. The caller ID displayed, Yudong. Jiang Yang swiftly answered the call. Director Yu. Director Jiang. I bring splendid news. Monumental news. On the other end, Yudong's voice brimmed with uncontainable joy. Jiang Yang felt a tightening in his chest. Is the deposit data in? It is. It is. Yudong exclaimed. Since the press conference concluded just half an hour ago, our deposits have already exceeded 2,000 units. Fantastic. Despite having anticipated this outcome, the announcement of the figure from Yudong still sent a wave of immense joy surging through Jiang Yang. In merely half an hour, 2,000 units. This is not a model with sales in the tens or 20s of thousands. The starting price of the new Wenjie M9 is a staggering 500,000 yuan. Brother, we have succeeded. This time, we are truly far ahead. Yudong expressed with profound emotion. This is a victory for both Panshur and Huawei. Congratulations to you. And to us all. Jiang Yang replied with a smile. After exchanging congratulatory remarks and agreeing to celebrate later, they ended the call. Jiang Yang exhaled deeply, the tautness in his nerves finally dissipating. Wonderful. This collaboration with Huawei is not merely about creating a successful automotive product. In Jiang Yang's strategic vision, it represents a crucial step in integrating Panshur Technology's premier AI innovations with tangible industry, paving the way for large-scale commercial implementation and promoting the concept of accessible AI. No matter how advanced artificial intelligence may be, if it remains confined to the cloud or the laboratory, it is ultimately nothing more than a castle in the air. It must intertwine with production and daily life to genuinely unleash its transformative power. The automobile, as a mobile intelligent terminal that incorporates nearly all cutting-edge technologies of modern industry, undoubtedly serves as one of the optimal platforms for the realization of AI. The success of the M9 will mark a perfect beginning. An hour later, new data arrived. The number of deposits surpassed 3,000 units. Nightfall enveloped the city, and the neon lights of Shenzhen began to illuminate, adorning the entire metropolis with a dazzling brilliance. At precisely 7 o'clock in the evening, for hours after the conclusion of the press conference, Jiang Yang received another message from Yudong, consisting of a succinct line, 4 hours, over 10,000 secured. This achievement transcends mere success. It is a miraculous phenomenon in the market,